Absolute unit.
Absolute unit. I think my
Hello, hello, hello,
tallest
hello.
is
Welcome
parsnip.
in.
It's a furbolg.
Welcome in and welcome
The one
to
you very
the
briefly
talking
got to play in
play.
that other campaign we were in.
Yeah.
In this
And I put
plane,
parsnip
voices
as
from around the world come together to
a little
play
girl,
Dungeons and Dragons.
for parsnip.
There are many planes like it, but this one is mine.
I can play a character.
I am your dungeon master for the night. My name is Casey, and tonight, the Force Puppies are going to be amongst
No, not
some,
really. I mean,
for some, fellow leonin.
Their mom went
We're gonna find out whether it's related, if anything crazy has happened, if it's
dead,
related to
so,
the Spooky Dooky Forest.
looking for
But
his mom.
yeah, it should be a good
He's just looking
time.
for his mom. I mean, yes, technically I did theoretically his origin story was that he was abandoned by his family in the material realm to die, but
All right,
was
this has
adopted.
gotten
So I
dark.
was like, doesn't have any trauma
That shit
because
went
he
from
was
I'm
quickly
looking for my
adopted.
parents to die real quick.
No,
It
no, no.
really
He's
did.
looking for his adopted mom, who he loves very much.
Okay. We are without Waffles for the moment. I don't know where he is. We already know that Poppy will not be here tonight with all of us. But for those of you guys who are here, who would like to do our words are hard recap?
Recap?
I'm sorry. It feels like we haven't played D&D in like 7 years, so
It really does.
I don't know if that's just because I prepped the session like a week ago, but I don't know. But usually I like to cram it all in the day before because I'm a procrastinator and that's what I do best. That's the only way I usually know how to do things.
I don't remember.
I did
don't
the
remember
recap
anything,
last
to
week.
be honest.
I have an inspiration still as this character, so.
I don't remember. All I remember is
Well, we'll do it as a group
kitties.
project. We always do a group project. I just need somebody to start it because I don't remember
how
where the last session started. Is my problem.
We left out in the
it starts.
forest.
I just know kitties. You met your people.
Okay, so our last session starts with. Did we prep
You guys
to go
were
first, or did we
prepping
just
to leave. So you guys had, I mean, we kind of filled each other in on what it is that we did for the last 2 weeks in Kitus before leaving, but that's not necessarily important to recap right this second. But you can.
I think I remember how it starts.
Yeah, but I mean, essentially, you guys do end up just heading on out, through the forest first.
To find the big tree.
Forest Guardian.
Yes, Forest Guardian.
Tree Daddy.
No.
This is where we learned about Albie's quirk. That made Braxus gain an exhaustion level.
I was looking at that. I was checking you guys' passives for things,
yeah.
and Braxus had a layer of exhaustion. But you guys worked that off, though, I think. So I don't know if it was just marked down and you forgot about it or what, but
I forgot about it.
That's
more like
entirely fair. It did take some time for us to find it on the character sheets itself, so I'm not really surprised about that.
I don't know where it is. Again, I forgot it.
There's a special tab there where it says conditions.
Okay. I think I removed it from my character sheet. I just haven't updated it, I think, properly. So hold on. Good. Hopefully this makes it still me. Yay, I'm me! Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. We spent a couple days at the big tree.
Yeah, I think so. it was about 2 or 3 days.
A night or two.
Yeah, I think it might have been 2 days.
Sitting.
where V
mean,
was just
it did take
staring,
you,
just
I
sitting
believe,
there.
4 days to find the tree since leaving.
Yeah. So Braxus got some exhaustion, but it was fixed by the time we were done leaving the tree. We met someone important from Vieg's past, because Vieg thought he was the only one of his people left, and apparently there was another one.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Uh,
her name is
They were
Madala.
Yeah, they were in the form of lioness at first, but I believe they transformed back for the conversation. Or what? Did they just talk while was in lion form? I can't remember.
I think they transformed to
Back into the
their
Thrice
normal.
King.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those two had a slight private conversation at first, and then we're actually being started broadcasting it to everybody. They talked about this. What is her name? It's in the lore. Madala. Madala talked about having stayed with a group of leonin, which obviously grabbed Braxus's interest because he was like, "Oh, cool! There's a group here. I want to meet them." They set off on that little journey, and when they meet them, he's recognized by them and recognizes one of the adult ones. And so apparently, it was his own tribe that had some incidents that led them to being in the forest, which he had minor panic attack about them being in this fucking forest, but you know, that's fine. So did a little investigation on what happened there. Venata is playing with the children, keeping them occupied. And I believe Braxus and some of our more magic oriented are going to talk to essentially the shamans of this tribe, while Venata is playing with the kids and being babysat by, I think it was it Vrax or Vieg that stayed behind to essentially babysit Venata?
I think it was Vieg.
Okay. And I think that's where we ended things. I'm probably missing a bunch of details here and there, but yeah. Anybody else?
Baby,
want
your
to
mic's
fill
not
in?
working.
One of the bigger things that was missed that not necessarily you guys would remember, but Vieg would have remembered because it was very important. He was the one that heard it. The tree, the forest guardian, before you guys left, had
Oh yeah, the
reminded you
spear.
to find a scepter of serenity. Someone should else besides Vieg should probably put that in their notes.
You know, I definitely remembered it earlier today, and then I, for some reason, now forgot it.
I remember
you
the
know, it
name,
might be a
too.
useful tool for bullshit going on, but yes, you guys obviously do not know any specifics about where it is, what it is, or what the fuck it even does. But yes, it seems to be.
All we know is it wants us to find it, and with no hints where it is.
Yeah, it just said you might want to go get that, and everyone's like, "Oh, I don't. Oh, okay, sure."
Get right
yes.
on that, boss. When I figure out what the fuck and where the fuck.
Once I figure out, yeah. Yes, and then upon arriving back to or following Madala to wherever it is that she had been staying, it turned out that they had been staying with Braxus's leonin pride. However, when they found them, it was not anywhere close to where he had left them. 2 years
No.
to them has
Had
passed
apparently passed.
since Braxus has left, which is not what you all have experienced. And upon coming back,
How much is bad for Braxus?
Braxus's brain's literally on fire right now. It's a dumpster fire. Trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
He's already not the thinker of the group. Now he's just confused a lot.
Yeah, now we're just throwing more random bullshit at him. Yes. So there was no real details placed at your guys' feet. Just that all of you know is they had to evacuate immediately. Well, immediately. About 6 months after the fact, from the valley, or from the plains, excuse me, because of an invasion of another pride. This is not typically something you guys had to worry about before. So it seems like they have no idea where this guy came from. He calls himself Kitus. He looked absolutely menacing, and he brought an army behind him and basically just said, get the fuck out or we kill you all. They chose life. It was in the time of carrying. There was a lot of children that needed safekeeping. Most of the female leonin were carrying, so there was no safe way to handle that the way that they might have wanted to intend on doing. So that's pretty much all that you know. It took about a year before they actually finally ended up settling here in the valley, which is weirdly particularly close to the forest that you all know very well is not a safe place to be. And the last thing that you guys had asked was, have you guys had to experience any of this bad stuff's happening? And their answer is no. So, yes, now you all are either going to go head to the shamans and see what if they know what's going on, or like, what the fuck is up? Shit is a little crazy. And Madala will express to you guys, or she would have, because you watched her shift back into a lion before entering back into the valley with everyone else, that she feels safer in this form while being around these other people, whether she thinks that they don't know, or it's a little bit more so for her safety rather than for anybody else's. Because the leonin are not stupid. They do know that she is not a lion. Much as she was horribly trying. They were not really falling for it to begin with, but they respect that she feels safer in shifted form, as Vig had expressed to you all that it's not unusual for any druids of their enclave to feel more comfortable in a shifted form. So, yeah. We start. We left off with you all making camp with everybody else. Of course, Venata was relatively in charge of the cubs. I don't know if that's a...
She was
fine.
elected distraction for the cubs.
Albatross did volunteer. No, they didn't volunteer. They said, yes, you're going to. Give me all of your sharp and pointy things, and then you can go play. So, I believe for safety reasons of either the children or Venata, there are no sharp and pointy things in there, in the mix.
Yeah.
I think it was honestly
Probably
for
for the
both.
best.
Yeah. During the night, you guys would all have obviously been able to settle in, I say in quotations, settle into a kind of camping situation while the leonin try to accommodate all of you guys being there. Obviously, Frax, you do not need to sleep, so you just kind of power down in your typical I'm here watching and listening, but I'm not moving as far as you know kind of stance. Or breathing, so and of course Braxus is curled up kitty cat.
Would we have talked to any of the magic users, get information or before we settled down, or is that a next day situation?
I mean, I was gonna put it more in the next morning kind of category, just purely for it becoming later and a lot of the it wouldn't have been recommended necessarily by the other leonin. They would have said wait till tomorrow because and it'll make more sense obviously into when you guys get there.
Yep.
So before the morning breaks, one particular party member may seem to be quite restless during their slumber, but is it because of what they see in the dark? Or is it what they see behind their closed lids? Albatross. You begin horizontally, barely able to pry your eyes open. Your mind is dizzied and clouded, and as you try to sit up and look around, you see no valley, no leonin, no friends. A desolate wasteland. There is sand beneath your feathers, and a light flashes, and you're back on the island. Yes, the island.
Oh no.
Voices being heard in the wind that is just absolutely whipping through you, slicing you in all directions. Voices so distant and yet so familiar, calling out to you, Albatross, help us. Please, just come save us. Give us peace. And before you can even really focus in on what is happening, you realize these voices are Grin, Malgotar, and Dave. Hey, do you think I can throw this rock? Give me your money now, please. The please was not implied. I'm just trying to be polite. While also holding this sword in your face. And although you can't see them, the voices keep whispering through you in the wind. And as you try to orient yourself upright, to try and locate where they're coming from, you just see a dark shadow walking slowly towards you.
Am I allowed to cast a spell?
You could try.
Yeah, the spell that I'd be trying to cast would be Protection of Good and Evil.
Okay. So when you go to cast it, you kind of notice that there when I'm assuming you would try to cast it on yourself. There is like a weird sense of zero archaic anything in this whatever plane of existence that you have found yourself in. There it is so bare, so dry. There's literally no mana anywhere.
Did you say bear?
So ever so slowly, the swirling sands, 1 foot after the other, ever so slowly approaching. You can just barely faintly see the feet approaching at first. And as they saunter towards you more and more, this figure reveals itself to you in the form of tattered rags and skin peeling and flesh decayed. The grim face staring at you like daggers with anger and disappointment growing as they continue to get closer and closer to where you sit disoriented. Oh man, do I have a fun voice for this? I don't know if I have a fun voice for this. I hope I do.
I don't think I want the fun voice.
I do.
Oh,
I do. Oh no! The fun voice!
I heard the oh no and she's
They killed
gone.
her! The fun voice killed her!
That was just hello. What did I miss?
Hello. Just to
We-
recap mostly, and Albatross having consequences during their sleep.
Yeah, seems like it. Yeah, sorry, I've been fucking really tired these last few days.
You've been fucking? Hey, yo?
I've been really tired these last few days.
Understandable.
Fucking haven't been able to sleep super well.
I felt that.
What is sleep?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just when you have a mouse in your fucking kitchen, you keep hearing a bunch of fucking noises, which is very
they're in the
annoying.
walls. They're in the goddamn
The
walls.
goddamn walls!
Yeah. And my bedroom shares a door with the kitchen too.
Oh
I can-
no!
I can just
God.
Oh,
those
boy.
noises are a good volume.
I would just burn the place down at that point.
That's what I want to do.
I haven't slept in 2 days.
Well, what are you waiting for?
My computer's here, my guy. I gotta have my computer.
Okay.
Wow.
Mouse traps.
Do we
I-
fill in
that kitchen
everything
is
for
fucking-
Vig?
That kitchen is basically Sen's
Yes.
fortress at this point.
To answer your question, yes, CK.
Okay, cool. I found a
I heard,
decent voice.
Bird is dealing with consequences in their sleep, essentially.
Well, they
I
don't
need
know
help.
what
I
this
can help.
individual
I can't
wants,
help
but
you in your dreams, friendo.
They said how figure out
Okay,
no
we're
wake me
assuming
up.
it's consequences, but it currently seems to be like a mix between flashbacks and nightmare and something else going on. So we don't know.
it's a little bit of fucked all the way around. Doesn't
The
matter which way you look
The
at
same
it.
is still stands. Can't help you, bird friend.
That's a good point.
You're in
Please try to wake me up.
dreamland.
As soon as you can.
Not
Dad,
when you got
help.
a bird whose natural state of being is already almost dead already.
Yeah, it's a little
Unless-
rough out
Unless
here.
Albie is tossing and turning, then all is
I think I
quiet
was
on the
mentioned to
Veek
be
front.
restless.
Hmm.
I believe it was mentioned that I was restless.
It's a little restless, yes. It's the water gift for me.
Oh yeah, did he get his what's it called from that?
Inspiration.
Oh, yeah, I'll give it to you. I mean, the
Alright,
scepter
group
was
project.
very easy for you guys to have missed, just because again, the person that was being told to at the time, so it would have just been a passing for your characters as well was Vig.
Honestly,
So
It was also the first in the events of big drops on us because V got his big drop of another person, and then I got my big drop of my fucking.
oh yeah,
building.
everything is
So,
just
like-
fucking happening at once for you guys. So you know.
Man, we go into the fucking forest in day one. Just
Everything is just one thing after the next year. Not the sticky note of help.
forest is like, guys, I've been waiting.
Yeah, where y'all been? Come on now.
Yeah, where you guys been?
Dying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like it.
Question.
All right.
Well, I
all right,
think
yes,
we need
yes,
to
yes.
hear the voice before we help you
Yeah,
in
yeah,
your
yeah.
sleep.
What happened? Hold on. What did you say, Wolf?
Oh, I said
They
I
wanna
think
hear
we
the
need to hear
voice.
him do his voice before anybody tries to help you in your sleep.
Right.
Okay. Well,
You're right.
I did have a question. Do I have equipment?
In this plane, or where, in your dream,
Yeah.
this plane of existence, wherever the fuck
Yeah.
you are, no.
Yeah.
You have
Ah.
your cloak on.
Yeah. I was like doing a quick pat down after the magic didn't seem successful.
Well, shit.
Oh shit.
Womp womp.
Okay.
Right.
Are you ready for this creature entity whomstever is approaching to continue approaching? She's like, no, but continue.
I don't
No,
have much
but
of an
yes.
option, do I?
So as they continue, one foot in front of the other, coming towards you, you can see more and more from the bottom to the top here. So they're about waist in, and again, rags, decayed skin, their flesh is peeling off of the bones. Some bones
Yeah.
even being exposed.
Albatross, you disappoint me. What is the meaning of this new pact that you sought out in the form of her? Is my power not enough for you?
I like this voice.
Rest in peace, Albatross.
Goodbye, guys. This is it.
Wow, you're double dipping in the dealings, are we?
We had an arrangement, did we not?
There wasn't. First, I feel like it's only fair that I know, I can recognize the voice. The look is something completely not used to. Secondly, there wasn't any deal between you and I. Ever.
But you never asked.
So,
There could have been.
uh,
I could propose one right now. How about we negotiate out a deal?
hold on. This is me above game. Give me a second.
No, you're fine. Take your time.
Double.
Oh, you're from King of Time.
You didn't see that.
Double dip.
I
We're double dipping.
Double dip.
We're double dipping.
Bad bird. Don't double dip.
Hey,
It's double, not double.
Yeah,
We're-
double
Double.
for that.
I'm gonna kill myself. 13th reason why here. I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess. I'll be still, I guess, more in a defense kind of position, though the kind of mentioning of the deal would loosen kind of their stance. But I don't know if they exactly would have anything really to say at this time. Just kind of like the thought entered, if that makes sense.
Oh no.
No.
You want a what?
They're thinking about it.
It's when the thought just goes into the brain, but no one actually says anything, kind of thing. But you can see it in the face.
So you're thinking about it, you just haven't committed to anything yet. Which is
Yeah.
fine, but you also, you could... You don't even know what the deal is yet, so you could ask.
Yeah.
No. Bad.
Well, if this is not your dream, this is my dream.
So you're
Get
seeming
out of my dream.
restless, you say?
Very stupid angel on your shoulder is just Braxus.
Just suddenly get ripped awake.
Hello.
Fuck.
Um, yeah, the only place I can look is up, huh? No, just, look up, and, be like, what's the deal? But, I mean, there's always a catch, that's the thing.
Of course. I will allow you to see more of my true power, and I will grant you a relic. I suppose the catch would be that you must come back with me and leave your friends behind.
Mm.
You know how powerful I am, Albatross. You know what I'm capable of, and I know what you want. You think I'm not there watching and listening? I'm there. And I see the despair that you live with.
Why? Why? I guess, sorry,
Yeah.
it's, why me? I just don't understand. That's the part I'm not understanding.
There is a war coming. Very soon. And I need only the strongest on my team.
You just need pawns that you can toss away. That's just what mortals are to patrons, deities, anything of a higher power. It's a game of war, but it's a war you're raging and using other people's lives to win.
That's one way to look at it. I may be ruthless in my dealings, but I am not naive. I understand that to some, that is exactly what I do. But the truth is, there is always a higher purpose. There is more things on the other side. It's up to these pawns, as you call it, to choose the right side to see what it looks like on the other side.
Oh.
What is it that she can offer you that I can't?
It's already what she's done. I've already gained from the deal I had made with her.
Right, and I'm proposing a deal that could be even more use to you. More than just a one-time deal. How about this? I will grant you the relic. And you may stay. But you have to pledge your allegiance to me and only me in the coming near war. But you may use your communication with the Raven Queen, as long as there is useful information that you can pass along to me.
This, I see. I know what I want to answer above board. I have my answer. I don't know if I want to answer it now, though.
I will give you 1 week to think about this. Once the week is over, my deal is no longer void, or will become void. And I will know what side you have chosen.
Cause you just be peeping. Oh, sorry, that was me. That was about me.
Yeah, so after he says that, the wind kicks up again with the sand and creates almost like a tornado effect around you in the wasteland, and he is gone. And you wake up, and it's still the middle of the night, and you realize that you're still at the camp, you're still in the valley, you are still with the rest of your party.
I think they would kind of sit up a little bit, and that anxious like handshaking. Their hands would be shaking really kind of like anxiously, but like trying to hide that. They're breathing probably a little bit quick as well.
Is there anything specific that you're doing, or are you just gonna try and go back to sleep, or sit in the corner and rock?
Yeah, I mean they're yeah. I mean that's
Maybe
basically
appropriate.
it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would. I guess after like a moment of maybe not being able to get back to sleep, they would get up for like maybe a short walk, try to like cool off the nerves. Not too far, just kind of circling because that's very far for a small person. And then, yeah, I guess sure. A while they try to go back to sleep for the night. Shrug.
Hey, how many people would have noticed this little?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Because 2 people in this party don't sleep.
Yeah.
So the question
Between Vig
becomes-
and Brax, because you guys don't sleep, it's very possible that you would have noticed. To which, if you guys wanted to have an interaction with Albatross, of course, during that middle of the night when they
Yeah.
wake up abruptly and things are a little panicked, sure, of course.
Yeah, I think think Feig would probably be doing his normal whittle stuff. But seeing Albatross kind of just shoot up, which is very unusual. He just looks at Albatross and goes, "Bedream, you alright?"
Yeah,
You seem
I'm
rattled. Like you've seen a
yeah,
ghost.
that was yeah, you know, close close to it. Close to it. I I'm gonna go for just a walk really quick.
Alright. Well, you need to talk. We will be here.
I wish I could dream.
Yep, yep. No, you
Jesus Christ.
nope.
Motherfucker.
Just staring off into nothing. I wish I could dream. Wonder what that's like.
I'll trade. Here you go. I'll take that.
Just
You want this? Here, I'll not sleep, please.
just scream if you need help.
Yep, yep.
It's
Well,
more so not so much for
will
me
do.
and Vig, but for everyone asleep.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go walk now.
Just know you got two fucking unsleeping things. Being like, we got you.
I actually have to finally
Easily
give Vig
forgets
my
about it
scarecrow
every
at some
time.
point.
You're what?
I have to give you the scarecrow I got at some point that I've been holding on to.
We love the scarecrow.
Oh, yeah. Vig, I won you a thing. I know you like making things and like little doodads and such.
Oh. Thank you.
And I will give him the dancing scarecrow and just push the button on it that makes it work.
That is entertaining. He just watches it for a while. This is good.
Yeah,
We love that shit.
I wanted,
Just,
know, before the
if
whole-
Albatross
before the
is even
whole,
remotely nearby, like he just goes, "Look, it dances. This is good."
I wanted before the whole slaughter thing happened.
No.
Oh my god, this song.
Yes. Vig, well, fortunately or unfortunately, Vig does not know.
It was a good time until then. Well, it was still a good time afterwards. You ever drug a werewolf back into a moonbeam?
Yes.
It was my moonbeam. I haven't dragged one
Hey,
into it,
Braxus, there you go, wake up.
but...
No, Braxus was just asleep. Was this all woke him up? Nah.
Fucking...
Braxus has slept through worse. So, yeah.
I think he has had the little munchkins jump him and still slept through it, so.
Male lions just in general usually have to have pretty good, deep sleeping abilities purely for everything. Okay, yeah, so you guys, if you guys aren't doing anything more specific, in the middle of the night, not that, obviously, I would assume that you are, checking on the burb, obviously, but, yeah, as the sun begins to stretch over the horizon and more of the valley comes to life with leonin, waking up, the cubs all come to, of course, again, just as we just said, pounce Braxus. Although Braxus is generally a early riser, most of the time anyways, though. But they will all be plaguing you, Braxus, for stories of your adventures, because, again, to them, you've been gone for 2 years.
And 2 years.
I must look like a
Braxus is
damn jungle gym.
Oh, 100%. They think that Braxus brought you home purely for that.
I'm fine with this.
They're not 100% sure that, or like understood that you are a technically living entity. Like you have a brain. They don't understand that. They also haven't seen you actively tackle and grapple something twice your size. So, which you've done multiple times. so
It's my defining trait.
yeah. Their mothers, of course, listening to them beg and beg and beg for Braxus to tell his amazing traveling stories and adventures. They will clearly be disapproving of the idea, but also because it's been 2 years, quite intrigued and curious as well, and they'll kind of allow it.
I think
They
the
also-
only things he'd share really would be the brighter side of the little harvest festival.
That's fair.
Conveniently, do not mention like
Not
80,
mentioning the
90
end of
people
things.
die.
Yes,
They'll-
Braxus,
they'll,
tell them
um,
about your amazing
yes,
2 years
share
work.
them our
Black out my
stories.
memory.
Yeah, they'll be
It says on here is like 18 plus like murders.
I'm not a good storyteller. I can't do it for you.
Listen, you.
Frank's in the back. Tell him about the murders. Tell him about the death.
The only thing I can do is make meat. I can't do it for you.
It's a good point.
Well, I can make
Oh,
meat.
the cookies.
Again,
Hurt
the only
things.
thing he's sharing is
I'm good at
about
hurting
the fun
things.
parts of that night.
Uncle Braxus got high?
Oh no! No, they're
Oh.
learning the wrong lessons.
Who told them about the cookies?
Who said it? Who said
You
it?
just did.
Ah, shit.
Because Braxus will pick them up and take them to the side. It's going to be a different talk had.
If some crazy lady in the woods asks you if you want cookies, you say
Braxus
no.
You s-
Do as I say, not as I do.
Whatever you do, don't eat 6 cookies back to back. Or you know what they do.
Did you know what they did after the first one?
Very
Absolutely not.
delicious, any of them.
By the time he got to the 6th one, the effects finally took hold.
Okay. Yeah, they'll be super interested in all that, and you'll see one like Hina and a couple of the other mothers come around. Hina is not a mother, by the way. I just want to clarify that. She is responsible for, obviously, because as Braxus had put it, it is a group effort into raising the cubs, obviously, because they're fucking feral. Yes, Hina does not have any children of her own, but she is in part responsible for them just as everybody else is. You'll see her coming towards you guys and approaching with various types of like whatever they could scrounge up at the time. Leftover meats being offered to you guys. Some of you guys are probably not going to be super interested in that, but offered to you nonetheless, as you are guests. Yeah. And that is typically, you'll see a bunch of them as they kind of wake up and out of their little huts that they've kind of arranged for themselves. They're going to start going to what they would essentially call work, which is making more textiles and crafting, trying to their best to craft newer weapons, better, stronger weaponry than what they had been working with before, because that wasn't necessarily their forefront. But you'll kind of see like a pile of like discarded kinds of spears and stuff that they had been experimenting with non-successfully. but it seems that like no matter what anybody might say in terms of safety that this valley has been able to provide for over the last year, there is like this ever impending doom that they all kind of sense, like a sense of fear that all of them have over this instance of the plains being ripped from them by this Kitus guy. So yes, you have everyone, yeah, pretty much, going to work, again, in what they would call work, not traditional jobs like some of you guys might know a little bit better. Yeah, you guys said that you want to go see the shamans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ear.
I will go ahead and
Talk
show
to
you
the
guys
navigators and
some
see how things are
images.
going.
So,
I'll say Braxus would leave. Do their spears look like the kind Braxus has got? Or, like, does Braxus's look a bit more in better condition than theirs?
their original spears looked very similar. But not, but what they wanted to build, they wanted to figure out a way to successfully build, like, create, like, halberds and things that were
Yeah.
a little bit more effective than just pokey, stabby, stabby. So
Yeah.
that's more what they were hoping to go for. But it seems like because of their unfamiliarity to a lot of these specific types of weapons and trying to even pretend to learn how to use like sword, like even one-handed swords and things like that, it's a little difficult when you have nobody who is experienced in that. So
Yeah.
little rough. But yes,
Yeah.
but that's typically what they've got going on. It's a very non-successful last 9+ months of trying to figure out how to create technology that you don't have.
I can
But-
only offer
Fair.
them mead.
Because
Oh, God.
yeah,
Mm,
a lot of them are gonna be jumping on that wagon, but so I wanted to show you guys this image first, because this image is essentially where Madala had taken you off the cliff. The valley would have been down here. So this is where she had taken you guys just before heading down into the valley, where you guys all followed. Floating down with your feather fall, which is amusing. This map, though, is going to be more of the valley itself down below. So, you guys would have entered, obviously, from here and entered into across the river and things like that. This is majority of where the... I don't want to say, like, all of the pride, because that's not accurate in terms of size to landmass, but majority of like the female leonin who do a lot of the, again, more homely jobs take place here. They like to keep it central because it allows for the cubs to run freely in an open space where they can be seen from all angles, pretty much. And they have a very specific, dare I say, fence of an imagination of where they want to come and go, and for the children, limit them on where they can go. It's kind of like an unspoken rule amongst all of them, but it was technically implemented by the shaman. So as you go to approach them, they would be in meditation. There are 7 of them, but here's just a fun AI picture so you guys can look at something.
Hell yeah. This is a lot of people just vanished. Jesus Christ.
Well then.
We're all struggling today.
You know? There's one.
Said
Goodbye,
no.
kitty cat.
Yeah, I guess.
One day I won't die.
Maybe.
It's not to
Me too.
but one day.
Someday.
Maybe. So yes, I know that obviously imaged is only 2,
Yeah.
but typically
my immersion.
there are 7 shaman that would be presented sitting around in meditation. Should you approach?
Okay, so that'd be Albatross, Braxus, and
Vig would have gone.
Yuha and Vig.
Yeah.
But I probably would have asked Brax to look after Venata as Venata plays with the little ones.
Sure.
I'll do my best.
Just like make sure things don't get too out of hand.
Define out
You
of
probably
hand.
won't-
I'm about to say. Yeah.
No one gets
I
hurt.
don't know if that was the right person to leave the task to.
No one gets hurt badly.
Define
It's
badly.
time for
I'm
practice
good at
to have
hurting
Matt
people.
anxiety.
Okay.
I'm good at inflicting damage. Lots of damage.
The mothers are there somewhere nearby anyway, so
I'm not susceptible
kid
if they
starts
climb
crying?
me and fall off.
I'm sure they're used to falling off of things.
Before you use me as a jungle
Please
gym,
worry
please sign this liability waiver.
Just make sure Venata doesn't have her sharp and pointies, and we'll probably be okay.
No, I have those.
Okay, then yeah, we're good.
Banana's been disarmed.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna speak to the shamans as a group.
So as you guys approach them,
Finish Brax.
yeah, they'll kind of slowly open their eyes and unfold their hands and will be shocked but also pleasantly surprised at your arrival. They don't obviously they're a little indifferent about the whole thing. They understand obviously why it is that you guys leave. But more concerned by the looks on your faces when you arrived.
Yeah.
Braxus,
Yeah.
how have you been?
Well, until fairly recently. I've heard things had gone not so great shortly after I left.
Yes, it was terrible. It was a tragedy, honestly. We couldn't believe
Yeah,
it.
I noticed
Something like that would
everything.
even happen to us.
No, we're in pretty good standing with most that were there, so from what I'm hearing, I don't understand where everything came from all of a sudden. Like, I've heard who did it, or, well, kind of, but I still don't understand why or where they came from.
We don't either. We've been trying to figure out if we can somehow almost like track him down or anything like that, or where he try to find information on where he came from, but no one seems to know this name, no matter who we ask, if we ask anyone. Although I will tell you that we've been actively trying to avoid people for the sake of safety. When
Smart.
this-
So many little ones.
yes, the little ones will always come first. When Kitus arrived, there was something dark in arcane spirit about him. He held no empty threats, and you could just tell by his demeanor and the many that followed him that he was not to be trifled with. We did notice that he kind of had this weird, like emblem around his neck,
No.
but we don't know what it is or what it means. Perhaps you have seen something, like it in your travels? And she will, pass you a scroll that has been, drawn on, and it is, I will send you an image.
You can send that to the group thing, because I'd show the group too.
Just
Okay,
immediately be like,
yeah.
guys, look at this. What is this?
Because if I don't immediately recognize it, I want others to be able to see it, and they might be able to recognize it.
Sure. They will out loud, describe it to you as a hand with an eyeball.
Oh,
You motherfucker. You motherfucker.
But
Maybe it's a different hand with an eyeball. I say.
maybe.
do you say this in character?
No. I don't. That's mean. I'm on board. I mean, is it above game? I ask.
Go ahead and look.
How? You know, that looks... Huh. Huh. I don't like the hand. Do I need to... Should I roll religion check on this?
I'm
See
gonna
if I've
go
ever seen
cry
it?
myself to sleep. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, you could.
Oh, good religion check, buddy.
Uh-huh. Then
Nope,
I've
not
never
a clue.
seen it, no. I mean, it would make sense for me not to have seen this more than likely,
Yeah.
so...
I think from the description of it, would get kind of nervous.
Hey, who's on Birdwatch right now?
Not me. You got me watching children.
Vegan, are you
Vegan
on
is-
Birdwatch?
So here's the thing, right? Like, Vegan doesn't feel like he has to be on Birdwatch.
Okay, so nobody notices the shifty bird.
Yeah,
Got
I
it?
mean, it's not like
I
I'm
mean, you can
staring
roll
at
it
the
in-
bird. But yeah, I'll roll an insight, but like,
Sure. I'll
It's
throw
not great.
roll an insight to see if I
oh,
notice.
is it still fucking broken?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's still broken.
Oh my god.
I noticed nothing.
Dondi, I think you can. You could
got
probably also
12.
roll religion, Dondi. If...
Bro, I have a +4 to
Eating.
that one. I should be theoretically good at this.
I have a +6, my guy. And I got a 12.
It's because you keep rolling threes.
Wow.
Well,
But you can make a
He's-
religion check, right? No. Yes?
he can make religion
Yeah, you
check
can
on
make
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Religion
Oh,
check too.
Yeah.
wow.
No, please make the religion check. Someone's
I
got to
never
notice
asked for
something.
fucking
The burb
wall.
is quiet. Please.
I feel like that's the suspicious part, right?
The burb is almost always quiet. That's
Yeah,
if they get
but
to get away with not
suspiciously
talking,
quiet
the
with
burb
no
might not do
input. I feel
So
like
with a
the
15
suspicious
on
part is that
religion
they're
check,
clearly a cleric.
you notice that this symbol looks evil. That looks bad.
I don't
Like,
need a
we-
religion check to know that that looks bad. I don't need
But
anything
Frank,
for that.
oh,
That's a bad hand.
a hand with an eyeball in the center.
That's a
not
bad
fucking
hand.
freaky.
It's not normal.
That do be scary.
I think Braxus will look around and be like, does anybody recognize it? Obviously, it's bad news, but...
No, I don't recognize it at all.
I assume most of you have traveled a bit more than I have.
Vig has lived most of his life in the enclave.
My question
Vig has
is,
not
do
done
I
much
actually
with the
have something that holds the symbol? Because technically that was the clergy that saved me.
Ruh-roh.
I don't think this sounded bad.
I'm trying to see if I have anything that would
Little
have the
fucking
symbol.
menace.
I'm sorry, it's not technically my
You're
fault.
not
We could
sorry.
all loop around and blame the Raven Queen.
Wow. I mean, technically, the spooky scary man said that you could turn this around by blaming her and come back to me, but you know, that's on you.
Yeah. I guess that would be up to you if I had anything. Since I'm a sorcerer, I don't really have a spellcasting focus.
No, but you would have some kind of symbolism from them, whether that be again in the form of like just a rag, like a tattered piece of cloth that has the emblem on it. Very similar emblem. So technically, if somebody were to frisk you of all of your belongings, they would find it. That you know more than you are letting
Yeah.
on.
Nope. Oh, yep. That's what I thought I did. No, yes, I definitely, in a sense, have. I'm holding, in a sense, a holy symbol, but it's more in my backpack because, again, I don't, as a sorcerer, need a spell focus. But I do believe that the clergy would have given Albie that is in a sense of, you know, his eyes always with you, kind of thing. Maybe not realizing how much they were like telling them hello, obviously. Um,
Ah, shit. Here we
I,
go again.
Man, you know,
The
it's
lack of
one of those
response,
things.
Braxus would be like, I don't think any of us have seen this one.
It's one of those 50-50 things that if I did pull it out, they your tribe might no longer they will see me as an enemy.
So he'll try to bring up. He'll ask about the magic here. Has it been weird? Because things are very off with the forest. And
We have definitely noticed sporadic, like, magical surges that have been occurring. However, we have no way of tracking down the source. We've been tirelessly trying, but it seems like whoever or whatever is responsible doesn't want it to be tracked or is moving interdimensionally. Something that we do not have the capability to do. For magic of that magnitude, it has to be something incredibly powerful, albeit god or otherwise.
okay. Well, the entire forest itself seems to mess with time too. So.
The only reason that we haven't specifically had any instances here in the valley is because we've been working tirelessly on a protection ward around the valley. It protects us from all arcane entities. Only those of the Pride and invited in may enter freely. But as you can see, and this individual will kind of show you the hoods will come down from the rest of the shaman, and you can see in their faces how much it looks like to you these individuals have aged exponentially. It takes a toll on our bodies to perform routine checks on a ward this strong. And we're not super sure how long we're going to be able to continue protecting even this area. We don't know how long we have, and we haven't been able to. Yeah.
Like, what the hell do I do here?
Even above board, I'm like,
Because they can't go back to the plains because that fucker's there with his cult.
Well,
I mean,
why
honestly,
don't
they're
we
just the
move them
shaman
out?
are mostly just like, if we could go back to the plains and know that we would be safe there, like that is what they want. That's what everyone wants, at least within the Pride.
That would be the best solution, but I don't know. I don't think there's a chance of retaking the lands through forest. So, and whatever that symbol means, it can't be good, and it also means they might have backing of some sort. So,
Yes, we were not able to distinguish all of Kitus's followers. However, whoever they were devout to only him. It didn't matter what any of us would say or try to talk to them about. They did not speak unless spoken to by Kitus. We've never seen anything like that in our years of experience. I mean, even in diplomacy, there's nothing of that kind of power that we've ever seen. Even magically.
yeah. No, again, that feels more like a cult. Which is more worrying that they are in those numbers. Not to mention anything with the divine is tricky. I heard that.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Well,
Raggy.
Out the corner of your eye, Braxus, you catch someone kind of pacing along the riverbank there, back and forth, looking, like glancing periodically over in your general direction. Just not just specifically at you necessarily, but at your group, at the shaman, of course, and just in that general area. And you kind of like briefly make eye contact for only a split second, before again he turns to continue his pace.
okay. I'm gonna probably ask. Braxus would ask Veeg to help explain things a little better about the forest and what's going on in there, because Braxus isn't magically inclined as the others. And doesn't fully understand all of it, but knows that the forest fucks with a lot of things and is not okay. Just to give them a better idea of what's going on nearby.
yeah.
If things do turn for the worst. And I guess
Man.
Yeah, I
Braxus
think.
would go see the dude. That's like.
Hey,
He'll go
old
see
man,
what's
I'll
going
leave
on
you
over
with the
there.
other old men.
Good luck.
He's like, I'll be back, but
This is
he'll
Veeg's
explain
face.
things.
We knew he'd be put in the retirement home at some point.
Okay, now you play nice. No biting.
They'll take care of you here. I'll see
say,
you once a month.
Braxus is going just over to the dude pacing just to see if he can get more information that he can understand better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They would acknowledge him, by the way. Before you leave, like actively watching, of course. He's a big dude.
That's Billy.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, they'd just be like, you know, like they would kind of notice you looking back, of course. And just before you leave, kind of mention like Tor hasn't been the same. And I know that we're not a council here. We live under one rule most of the time. Obviously, not now, but exile was and banishment is the first thing that should have happened after the situation. But it was our decision to allow him to stay with the Pride. Because somebody of his size and strength and leadership might honestly be their last line of defense. And so that's kind of like how they'll leave you with information, or, you know, like with how they, as a Pride, not just the shaman, kind of feel about Tor as a whole since the whole thing. Since we now have an image of him, I'll put him in the chat for you guys. Oh god, my insides.
What, beefier Braxus?
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, what do I do with that image? Yeah, so you approach. He is still pretty, like, he's got that, like, crazy look in his eye, you know? Like, he wants to go do something horrible, and it's probably for the best that he doesn't.
Okay.
It's probably for the best that he
Right,
lives
right,
on the
okay.
outside of the main area.
So what you're saying is they're keeping a feral dog for protection. Got it?
Hey, man, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, usually works best as a threat deterrent. Although with the level of threats that we've been currently facing, I don't know how much that's gonna help.
Yeah.
Saying Brax could fight that guy, but Brax could fight that guy.
I could take him.
Take him. Let me in.
Put me in, coach.
Put me in. I can do it.
These hands are rated E for everybody.
As you
He's
get
also a
closer-
Targaryen, so this could be a fun one to watch.
Yeah.
I have resistance to all damage types other than psychic.
Yeah, I
I'm
know,
pretty
but
sure
it
you
would just
probably
be
would
like
too.
watching you two just absolutely grapple each other and like be a Mexican standoff, like with your foreheads together, because it's pretty much. I feel like that's what it would look like.
Good thing I headbutt.
Good thing you're made of metal.
Yeah, I was gonna say, good thing
Yeah.
if you headbutt, only one of you is gonna get hurt a little bit more than the other one. Because only
I
one
don't
of
know,
you
he
can
seems
feel
stupid
pain.
enough to have a really thick skull.
You know, yeah.
Bro feels like he's the type to try to hammer in fences with his forehead, okay?
Yeah. Hey man, he got shit done though. Okay, this is why he got the title. But he had it. Now, this, how he got the tasks done, that's a little different. But he always got shit done. Yeah, the first thing that he'll want to do is ask you, like, is it really you? Like, are you you? And not some kind of apparition or figment of my imagination?
As far as I know, I'm me. There's magic is
Good
fucking
answer.
weird, so I couldn't even guarantee that.
He'll kind of like let out this huge sigh, like, oh, thank God, Braxus! And he'll go in for the old forearm grab.
Predator handshake.
And just be like, you have no idea everything that's been going on. I mean, wait, where have you been? Surely you would have heard the news, right? Of everything?
Like I said, magic is fucking weird, and this forest is filled with entirely too much of it.
Yeah.
I made it here about the time you all were attacked. And that's how much time has passed for me. So,
Huh. That's
it doesn't make sense. And the magic people could probably explain it better. I don't know either.
yeah, that doesn't.
No, the magic people don't know either.
I'm about to say is like I know how you were like, yeah, go talk with the shamans, but Vig's main thing is like forest things.
Forest be doing
really
forest
be forcing.
things.
Praxis is just used to being the least smart in the room when surrounded by all the magic users, so he's gonna assume that y'all know somehow.
Yeah,
at least a
asking
little
a
more.
druid
than
is
he
like explain the magic forest. Oh man, it's just magic
So-
forest.
Forest has magic in it. We know.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Alright, yep.
All right.
All right, neat, cool story.
We are
Vig is
aware.
basically just telling them about like
Uh,
what they found outside the forest while he's
That's
talking
Very
to her.
fucking time magic, possibly a demon thing,
Oh yeah, he's definitely warning them about
a weird portal with eyeballs,
Yeah,
lots of eyeballs.
We don't want that one. No.
Vig's
You're the
continuing
only
his
one who
fucking.
thought eyeball with
Yeah,
Dane.
Vig is continuing his propaganda campaign against Mulder.
Would you mention
He is Satyr
the
with the top hat.
scepter at all?
Yeah, I think so. I think Vig would bring up the scepter. He basically just goes like, "We
Let's say, since the
talked-
tree told you to find it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, we talked with the forest guardian, and there's a last piece of advice before he walked off to do forest guardian things. He told us to find something called the Scepter of Serenity. You know, is that name hold any familiarity to you?
For us, that's kind of like a tall tale. We've heard of things like that, but I mean, we don't know where it is or if it's real. To us, I mean, not particularly think it's real. We've never known anybody who's ever wielded it, but we could perhaps tell you what we have been told of what it does.
That would be appreciated. Vig wonders. And this tale originates primarily from the plains, yes?
Yes.
Hmm.
It is supposed to be able to unite all living things as one. This includes
Nature.
pretty much. I mean, this is all plants, creatures, monsters of every alignment. Channeling it into a fuck ton of magic to create peace. Now, where you would find something like that, they have no idea. I mean, they'll kind of like go back and forth, like, well, we heard it was like, you know, hidden somewhere in a mountain. Like, and then they'll be like, where do you see mountains around here, dude? So it's kind of like, you know, I heard it was in a cave. Well, I heard it was, you know, the gnomes took it. We don't know.
In this scepter, the Vig wants to make sure. Is this a leonin tale? Or is just a common tale?
No, this is just a common tale that we know of. It was only ever really brought to us by, well, before, when we actually did have better kind of diplomacy. We had learned that tale from others. It is not ours.
Let me see.
Nice. Does anyone need Microsoft stuff? Because apparently they're offering.
Nah,
Well, I
man,
need
I'm
the
good.
intelligence. Maybe not the algorithms, but the intelligence would be nice right now.
Vig wonders then. Maybe we make a stop by the plains then. Seek answers there.
Cannot promise you that that's a safe idea, but
Hey,
an idea.
this forest is not safe.
Well, yeah, kind of pick your own adventure, I suppose.
Does Vig need to remind you about the Blood River?
We know about that one. We're very fortunate to not have to go anywhere near that.
Yes, the Blood River. It was fun, but dangerous.
Very dangerous.
How about the portal with eyeballs?
Yeah. I'm about to say, Vig is like...
Countered that
it's
one.
Like, Yeah, like I said, Vig has just been just like, oh yeah, no, so there was this Blood River, there was
There's
like
random
this...
stone archway.
There is...
Do not
Yeah,
touch.
there's this random... Yeah, don't fucking touch random stone archways. Don't... If you see a bunch of mushrooms in a circle, like a tightly packed circle, just go around. He just goes, it is more information than the Vig had before. Thank you.
Of course, and if you have any more questions or need anything else, obviously we would be more than willing to have a conversation with you. Madala has given us slight insights to time in the enclave, so...
Yeah, Vig tries to pipe up as much as he can. It just goes, yes, I'm sure Madala would tell you much, but maybe if she wasn't in lion form all the time. Just literally in the other form.
To be
You can
most
stay
comfortable
wild shaped. It's
we try not to tell her what to do, but also like
he sighs just a bit and goes, Vig apologizes for that behavior. Vig has tried talking with her. She seems to be pretty insistent. Just straight up like apologetic. Many of us don't typically try to do that around others, especially a lion around leonin. It just seems incorrect.
yeah, we didn't know. We didn't want to ask per se, pry into any of that, but also we just, you know, it is what it is. Yes. No, we understand and we respect what you all stood for. And we do our best to try to honor that in the best way that we can. We would never ask you as guests to do anything of that nature, partly because of how the vitality situation that they're dealing with. Because of it, they would not want to put that on you necessarily. Yeah, we're not trying to kill nobody. That it might put a little bad juju out into the world, and also might actually kill Vig. But yeah, they you know. Yeah, no, they would mostly just want to at least make sure that you're comfortable and allow you to look over any of the remaining scrolls that they were able to carry out when they had to flee. But it's not a lot in terms of substance. It's mostly just spells and things like that, things that they would have had to, or wanted to rather, write down to remember, to hopefully teach someone around here, especially with the situation. Maybe. Don't know if they'd be of interest to you, but okay. Well, they were hoping more so to be able to teach some of the youngins there, because now that they're dealing with the said vitality issue, they need new shamans, maybe sooner than later. Depending on how much longer they have to stay in this hiding situation. Panning back over to, huh? Yeah, you're fine. What are you making? A wiener. Okay. Yeah, we'll pan back over to Braxus, you with Tor. Yeah, but he'll be like almost clingy at first, like, Braxus, you've got to talk some sense into them. I mean, this is what I did. I was trying to save us. You have to believe me on that. You know me. And he'll like, yeah. He tries to like collect himself, and he'll stand up straight, like, look, man, when Kitus arrived over that ridge, he had thousands of leonin at his side. I have never seen that many in one place at one time in my lifetime. I didn't want to bargain, but I did my best to negotiate some kind of terms. The plains are our home, Braxus. You know that. We didn't want to just leave. The majority of us wanted to stay, but Kitus gave us only one offer. we could stay in the plains, but it would have to be under his rule. And if we didn't agree with the terms unanimously, it would be dealt with. And of course, the initial instinct that some of us and a few of the other men had was, fuck no! Fuck you! We wanted to fight him! And I thought about it. I really did. I wanted to fight for us. But there's just no way that we could compete with those numbers. Braxus, they had mounts. Do we look like we ride mounts? Well, what they were offering us was basically indentured servitude. I couldn't do that to our people. And I know that. I understand that. And I accept that. Some of the men, when we left, they actually they thought about just abandoning Pride because of my cowardice. But some of them didn't see what I saw. When I tried to stand up to Kitus, by some strange power that I'd never seen before, he held me by the neck off the ground without using a hand. He said, you have... He gave us one more chance. But I know that we would never bend the knee to him. No one here wants to do that. And I thought about maybe we should try to stay. There was no good option regardless. They were nowhere in sight. We tried. I don't know why, or I don't... Surely they're alive. But we tried to reach out and nobody answered, so there was no trace of them. When we didn't answer his deal in time, he started mutilating our men. 18 we lost. Without him even lifting a finger. It was in the night where the women and children, they all decided they wanted to go. They left. I tried to follow, but they shut me out. I'm not shocked by that at all, obviously. I just don't quite understand why he didn't just kill me like he so effortlessly did to the rest of them. And I understand that the Pride blames me for their deaths and for being a coward. I understand that completely. I blame myself. But now that I'm thinking about it, there was something else that was very odd about those that followed him. They weren't all leonin, but they all kind of just had like this weird 1,000-yard stare. Because they're all dead. What? You could tell that a lot of the leonin that were with him were from multiple tribes. I mean, particularly, that's really the only way to get your numbers up like that, anyways. But it seemed like implied to Tor that he had no. Yeah, it looked like he had been gathering numbers since before stepping into the plains. That's why when they say we don't know where he came from, we really don't know where he came from. And there's only so many places that leonin live. Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot. Mm-hmm. Tor will leave you with I want to go back. And I know that a few of them want to go back too. I just don't know what the hell that Kitus guy wants. Who really needs an army that big? What could he be possibly planning? That's all I wanted to do. That's all that I was trying to do. And if you can put a good word in for me, I would much appreciate that. Yeah. Like, yeah. He'd be like, I was just growing like crazy. Oh. I mean, you a Baja, yeah. Partly just because they did have a, yeah. That's true. Oh, I just bonked my cat in the head. Kitus. I kind of want to. I would imagine that Tor would have tried to explain what he looked like to you guys. Um, to the best of his ability. No, yeah, you're fine. But yeah, I would assume that Braxus would be like, oh, well, I mean, but I mean, Tor just in explaining like how scary this dude was looking, he would have obviously given you a description of him. Yes. Because you were just with them when the church was created, as well as, Albatross's. So they were just saying that they thought it was odd that your character hadn't mentioned anything about Albatross knowing anything about these specific clergy religious things. Technically, you, Albatross, and Vig are still over there with the shaman, so you can still bring this up. Braxus is just on his way back. That's true too. Well, you rolled an insight of a 1. Are you actively skedaddling right now? There's mustard on the plate. Yes. Perk. He could have. Oh my god. Nothing. Gotta go, bye! So now that you're back with the group here, what is it that you all would be wanting to discuss with each other? Or would you all just be exiting from the shamans altogether? Wow. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like they'll, reassure you that it was their idea to allow him to be still technically with, or like walk amongst the pride, not necessarily be a part, but they were the reason that he didn't get banished. Um, they knew that keeping him around might have been better, seeing both sides of the coin there. But it seemed like it was unanimous amongst the rest of the pride to have him be exiled because of um failing to essentially, in their eyes, be a leader and make a decision to defend their home. So, but yeah, the shaman, though, that it was them who wanted to make sure that he at least was not. Yeah, they definitely have to sit on that information because that's a lot to stew on. Of course. They will find that equally as troubling and feel like the ward needs more protecting. Yeah. You're right about that. They will, before you were to leave them, at least for this day, or this moment, they will ask you if you, in your opinion, should they stay without a leader? Because in their eyes, they see it as being, it's working. But obviously, as tradition holds, it's making a lot of communication. Communication is poor. And it is slightly, honestly, frightening amongst some of the individuals, because they are uncertain of if we get into another situation where a decision the hard call has to be made. They don't like it or hate it. They think that because not having any kind of leadership is working, that they don't want to have to try to find the quote unquote right person for the job. But yeah, just as you being a previous, you still are. You're still a member of this pride, like, is that something that you would want to see us do again? And if so, who? Who would be the best answer? Right. Of course. They'll take what you have to say into consideration in terms of, they obviously don't speak for the rest of the pride, but a lot of them like to entrust them with their thoughts and their opinions on everything because of their level of wisdom. Um but yeah, it's just some things that they've observed and had heard amongst everyone, so they just wanted to know what your opinion on it would be. Right. Okay. Um do you guys have plans to do anything else while you're here? You'll always be able to talk to them while you're here, because they'll always be around doing all of the, or like keeping up with the ward of protection that's around the valley. Madala's still here. She's limited to her ability of knowledge on anything. She has zero knowledge on, obviously what happened, the invasion on the plains. However, she is not ignorant to it all. She knows, like, you know, they talk to her. She's been with them for the last while now, so it's not like she's distanced from the rest of the pride. Obviously, they don't talk to her in terms of like family affairs, but they are not, you know, but she is still another person within the valley that they do technically trust because of how long she's been there, how much she has provided. I say that loosely. She does not enjoy taking the lives of others, quite the way that is a necessity toward the leonin, but she does provide her abilities to heal and to some other things, to aid in a few of I don't want to say fully arcane areas, but just more so attuned to nature than these particular parts of nature that are less than kind, than the leonin might be. So yeah, they don't hate her. They find her odd and slightly ignorant, but they don't hate her. They poke fun at her, and she knows it, but she kind of is like one of those people that just kind of like smiles and nods along, like, ha ha ha, you're so right. Oh, she's dumb. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's definitely one of those kinds of situations. God, I am so sorry about all that. She's not a representation of us, I promise. We're a lot more organized than that. She's been through a lot. Should any of you guys go over at any time to go see her, she will, you guys would notice that there would be exponentially less and less of her things about where she stays. She kind of has herself like off to the side of everyone, purely for, again, not fully one of them, but they don't accept her as one of them, but and she knows that, so she tries to keep her distance, but she also just likes her privacy for very specific reasons. If she'd stop being fucking weird, yeah. Like, have you ever just tried talking to them, having a conversation? Rar. But yeah, you would notice that like she continuously seems to be gathering up her things, almost like she wants to leave, but she never really seems to do it. But she'll always try to deflect by like, oh, Vig, oh my gosh, so like, what have you been doing since you left? Isn't that crazy? We both went through something so similar. Oh my god, it was the same thing. That's so weird. Oh no, I was just cleaning. Yeah. Yeah, no, Yeah, you know, I we hate clutter, so yeah, yeah. Uh, I'm really good at adopting children. All unwanted. Yeah, no, of course. And again, it's not necessarily like you wouldn't have any kind of relationship with her, but you obviously she would know more about you than you know about her.
Yeah, no,
She was a
it's like
very sheltered
it's
individual.
yeah, it's like it's kind of almost like it's like a teacher, you know? It's like, oh, I know about my students. My students probably know more than I want them to.
Yeah.
But
For
when I
sure.
go through 1,000 students,
No, 100%.
they're
Little
David, it's the
difficult.
troublemakers you always remember.
Oh boy.
even after the end of this
Uh.
campaign, Vig will be like, yeah, there was a bird.
That was a
Fucking just
bird.
massive
Full stop.
troublemaker. Yeah, it's just full stop. There's a bird. And they're like, ah, yes, we get it. You know, Vig is just like, you know, you don't have to try to convince Vig that you're all right. Right? We've both gone through something pretty terrible. If you need to talk, now would be the time.
Oh, I don't think so. I believe that whatever happened back at the Enclave, it'll fix itself. We'll find the others.
Oh,
They'll be fine. They're fine. Everything's fine. That's what I tell myself every day.
no. He just Vig is trying to fix this, and it may be asking a lot, but as far as Vig is aware, you are the only other one that, well, survived intact.
Well, I mean, surely my my parents are looking for me. I mean, I know that we don't typically do the whole parenting thing, but they were so protective of me. Like they I would they're looking for us. They're looking for me. I know that. I know that. There's no way that they're also affected by whatever we saw. I know they look crazy, but they're strong and important people. So it's not like, you know, couldn't happen to me. I'm okay. They have to be okay.
He just puts a hand on Madala's shoulder and goes, "It's okay."
She is still in full hope that they are on their way back. Denial box,
Oh.
no.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You live in a valley full of lions that are terrified of everything right now, and that's not a good sign in itself. Well, Honestly, I've just been afraid to leave. I want to find out what happened. I wouldn't even know where to start. How do you leave one day from home and just go back and everyone's gone? Everyone you knew, you grew up with, your families, they're just gone. How are we supposed to keep moving forward when we don't even know if there's anything ahead? I understand. Where will you all go next? Scepter. I think my father used to tell me a story about that. I It was just a story to me as a little girl, but it was about this man who everywhere around him nature would die. No matter where he went, everything around him would die. The plants would die, the trees would die, and no living creature would want to be around him. Until one day, he climbed to the tallest mountain and he grabbed up the scepter. I mean, every night, of course, again, it was just a story, so I don't know. My dad would make up like these different monsters that he'd have to fight to get to the scepter every single time. But it would always be at the top of the mountain. He'd always grab it and bring it back to the valley, down into the plains where all of this dead grass and trees, and it would heal everything, bringing peace back. And it was always so exciting to hear about all those stories of the man going and defeating all these crazy monsters. And but I mean, that seems a little silly, right? I mean, like, that's not, that can't be the same thing. Well, I'm not sure if that's the same thing that I was told about, but oh, they know about it too? But isn't that where all the danger is? The other leonin, they told us we not to go back there. Huh. What? Well, is there anything that I can do? I want to try to help. I want to do what you said. I want to do something. I don't want to be afraid anymore. You're right. I could do something about that. Yeah, I could try. I understand. And I as well for you. I hope that if you're leaving soon, at least you know that I hope to see you again. Absolutely. I'll do my best. And she like grips her staff just ever so slightly more. Like she newfound confidence has bound her. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds good. I hope that we get to meet each other again soon. Nice. Hi guys, I'm back. Was back. Yeah. If you weren't having an information overload situation, it'd be a little bit easier to remember. But in this case, I would roll a history check, see what you can scrounge up under pressure. I feel like Braxus wants to start. If you've got it, yeah, go ahead. D4, I believe. Hey, that's an 18. Um, there is a mountain, but it's the plains. It would be so far from where your pride had been originally situated. Um, I mean, you're talking possibly 1 to 2 weeks to get there from. And Braxus, you would have no idea how to get there necessarily. Just that everyone kind of acknowledges that weird little bump in the on the horizon out there, but uh, but but yeah, I mean, but you guys don't really acknowledge that as like a, I don't know, let's go check it out kind of a thing. It's not an easy to get to kind of a thing. So yeah. Only Tor had mentioned, yes, only he really got to see the sheer size of everything. Everyone else, to them, as Hina had described, like a big black cloud of masses of people. They could not really get a grasp on how many. Um, so Tor being up in front and seeing not only Krethus but everybody who had been following him, really got a good sense and could really give you even any kind of a number. So which you are the only one that spoke to him. They all carried the same 1,000-yard stairs, how he describes it. I don't like it. the rest of the party? I mean, we can, yeah, we can say it's been like a day or two, maybe, of you guys discussing all of this. Because there is no limit of time that you guys are. Oh, yeah, yes. Mass wise, yes. I mean, I would say about in height, like no more than like an inch or two taller than you, but you know, but mass wise, yes, he is much larger than Braxus. Yeah. No, yeah, I feel like it was at this point that you guys are all starting to group up here towards the end of the very busy day. Yeah. Oh, for sure. That would be up to you guys. I mean, you can, yeah, if you can, yeah, you can just ask, like, you know. They, yes, so they would not necessarily uh yeah. Yes. I mean, the valley is quite large. It is still occupied by, you know, almost you know, like, I don't remember what the exact number was, but I believe it was like 80 some other leonin, but the valley is not so small that you guys can't, you know, simply walk a few yards away from someone and be in your own privacy. This is just the general area where most of them, at least the female leonin and the children, are they like to stay and reside because A, it's close to the river, and B, it's a good central focal point of the valley that helps them keep track of everyone. Yes, that's yeah, but the shaman did let you know. They do know about that Red River. They don't want. We don't go over there. We decided very quick. No, thank you. Somebody was a couple of us were walking on that bridge, and that bridge gave out, and that was scary. The bridge is out. What? What did you say? I still think about that all the time. There's a little. The bridge is out. The what? What does he say? Where? What? Who is he? What is he talking about? We're all. He's also like 5 foot nothing with a knife in his hand, held up like he's fucking Michael Myers. Like he's just the bridge is out, and he's like not even making eye contact with anybody either. Just I'm gonna go cut that deer up now. Goodbye. Yeah, what a fucking weirdo. Uh, hi. I like to cut things. I was told there would be blood. I mean, what? Yeah, because of the clergy that you were a part of, they didn't necessarily they were like a subsection of the following, you know what I mean? That's kind of why you haven't really had any interactions with this individual until now. Tell me more. Oh, information. So excited and yet scared. Oh yeah, they work off instinct, so a lot.
is what I'm understanding.
A
Or
deep.
visit dreams, or
It was
Vig, Vig, is this the thing?
V just looks at Braxus and goes, "It is
Oh,
all right. It is all right."
Vig.
Look,
Okay.
I've
It is not for Vig to say.
I've been. The only reason I remotely took up any, and I'm saying faith in the loosest of terms as I possibly can. Um, it's more of I've practiced under his name originally due to a small clergy that helped me after my first encounter with the Raven Queen. Um, I didn't
Another god.
really.
Poor
He leans
Braxus.
over to like. He
Poor
leans
fucking
over to
Braxus.
fucking Yuha and is like, "Is that another god? I think that's a
Oh,
god. I think I
Does he
recognize
know?
that one actually."
Perhaps.
yeah, seeing Braxus's like alarm, he just communication was like, that one is not bad.
Oh no, I think actually Braxus might know this one.
Was
Holy
that in
Braxus
shit!
would
character? In third
Braxus
person?
would above board know of two gods. More than likely. The Wild Mother and the Raven Queen. One that's of nature and the other that's of life and death. So
Two very natural things, to be honest.
yeah. Those would probably be the only two gods he knows of.
And probably the only two that's like, okay, it's not great,
Okay,
but it's
that
also
one
not
that
like
one seems
world
better
ending.
than the first one you said.
Then the obviously evil one.
Obviously, evil one, right? Um, yeah. So, I mean, I maybe had one interaction with him previously. I've been what I thought was practicing for 2 years, but seeing that another 2 years is being added to when everyone else here has gone out, I guess it's been 4 years.
I hate this
But
time forest.
yeah, I didn't make any deal with him in case Vig is worried.
Yeah, no, Vig
So-
looks at Albatross and goes, Vig does not think that you would.
Right.
He swaps it to
I
private.
hold on.
He
I
swaps it
noticed you said you didn't make a deal with him. Did you make deals with other gods?
to
um, you're feeling less wanting to howl at the moon, right?
Oh.
Oh shit!
Oh. This was
Fuck!
this was
There's the
this was
guilt.
this was this was at least the other one you mentioned, right? The Raven one.
Yeah.
Okay, slightly better.
Well,
Huh.
I I gave something up so that you and Venata wouldn't have to deal with that curse. Mainly because ever since everything that's happened and I've shown up to Kitus, my magic hasn't been the same. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to get rid of that curse. And then speaking with Jacqueline in the kingdom and the fact that there's no clerics there, no healers, nothing other than her.
Yeah,
That's
that was weird. Even among our tribe, with only shamans available, we still have some healers.
um that's why I ended up doing what I did. Anyways, point being, the nightmare I had last night was in regards with Vecna, who, again, I didn't have really any interaction with. I barely practiced in his name just for the sake of healing and taking care of people. And other things, but that's unrelated. I heard that laugh from here. I heard you. He tried to offer me another deal. I just,
Oh.
I think whatever army he's trying to build, that Kitus guy, I said his name maybe correctly. I say above board. This Kitus may have taken that deal and is working along
Oh.
with him.
So, very bad god. Lots of followers.
Either
Necromancy. And an
undead,
army that.
not alive.
Okay.
Yeah. And he
Does
wanted.
your current person you've made a deal with, have they mentioned any of this to you at all? Anything in relation to this? Because the Raven Queen, as far as I know, would be very against anything undead.
Oh, I'm quite aware of that.
If you
What
stepped
does
under
that mean?
Kitus, yeah.
Well, she didn't exactly
Braxus is gonna
mention.
think back to these herbs he's studying and be like, huh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to my knowledge, or to the brief conversation I had with her, there wasn't. There was something going on, and the deal I had made, it was in exchange with her my servitude to break the curse from you and Venata. The
So she
problem
may
is,
be gathering forces too.
yeah, and now he wants me to. Huh?
Huh?
I
She did
heard
not
you.
specify anything in relation to Vecna, a war, or
No, yeah, not
anything.
Vec. I
Her
thought there
only
was.
thing that she had made you agree to and was super vague about was that you are to carry out her will. She has yet to contact you since then, though.
True,
Yeah.
but it's also highly suspicious that one group that is very antithesis of her entire being is gathering troops, and she just, before this went down, is also offering this deal for Albatross. Or at least that's what Braxus is. His
No, yeah, for
connection, as
sure.
far
Like
as he can
if
make a
yeah, if right, if, in
That would
character,
be
I
my
guess if you,
connection too.
it
Yeah.
would be very. That's what you would be feeling like, obviously, at this time.
Yeah.
Very suspicious
But
timing.
her
Whether it's true or
demeanor
not.
and her presenting to you, Albatross, was very just frank, like
Yeah.
unbothered. Not in the way that like Vecna felt like they needed to uh coerce you or instill fear into you or anything. She was very much more collected and quite blanket with just her dealings. again, didn't even bother to tell you what it was that she wanted you to do, or have you do routinely. Like, you literally have no idea. And
Yeah.
again, she has yet to reach out to you since then. So, yeah, your guess is as good as everybody else's, basically.
Yeah. I mean, that's just kind of what they're guessing overall. I mean, the
No,
first
yeah,
time that
I
they
mean, like
interacted,
it makes sense.
and then the first time that they interacted when Albie declined the first offer, obviously she had, believe if I remember correctly, mentioned that Albie had more magic in them that she was willing to help achieve. I think, if I remember correctly.
Oh, the
That'd
first
be something
deal.
that, yeah, that would have to be something like going back into the VODs, kind of checking.
Oh, what
Yeah.
was what are you asking?
Well, she was willing to maybe help eventually with your with above board with the original goal of making any deal.
Yeah.
That's what her first offer was. We see, like it's more likely if you're helping her that she'll help you
Right.
with that, or at the very least look away when you do it.
Yeah, but I think in like Albie's mind, especially since they had declined it first, and then when they did come around and she was willing to take it, even though they declined it first, for them that's kind of like why. Um,
Well, yeah, because it
but
kind of feels almost like it was desperate at that point. No matter how she
yeah,
presented herself. Sure. Especially under whatever it is that you guys are being put under right now at this moment. You know? I could see that connection trying to be made there, yeah, for sure.
yeah. So I mean, that's in Albie's mind is that she is also aware and she's also kind of prepping. They don't know really for sure. It's just a speculation. But seeing that both had came and offered to them this join, take my. Basically, it is what it is. Is that you can be our little pawn in this thing, and we'll both give you something of greater value to make it worth fighting. I just don't. I don't want to be someone's pawn. It's.
Are you saying that in game or above game?
That's gonna be in game
Oh.
or in game. That's that
Oh.
they. Are, this is I've played the part of the pawn, and I've been running from it to just keep coming back. And now I'm stuck in this dilemma of I know the right choice, but if there's a even remote chance that I did ponder the other side, if there is a way to get the planes back for Braxus's people.
Making a deal with that god would not result in that.
It wouldn't.
You made the right choice.
I haven't actually given an answer.
Oh,
You will make the right choice.
Why did I see that with like a Jedi mind trick hand wave?
You will make the right choice. Because
oh, jeez.
just remember, you're not alone anymore. You have us. We can tackle this problem together, not individually.
This is a.
I thought I was above
This,
board.
this is a this is a problem that I wasn't even wanting to sign up for.
I have an axe.
Oh.
Seems this forest brings problems to everyone.
Indeed,
I'm
it
not having
does.
any problems.
Brax is chilling.
Hey, buddy, how you doing over there?
Hey, buddy, have you heard about making a deal with this one goddess? Apparently, it's really well.
I mean, it is what it is. Just gotta solve it with an axe in the end, probably. Maybe.
Hell yeah.
Did you ever want to multi-class into barbarian and cleric? No.
Oh god.
No, I was thinking more barbarian paladin.
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus.
Really go heavy bonk. Got it.
Just gonna fucking zealot barbarian then.
I'm already
Fucking-
a bear totem. I can't go zealot.
Literally be unkillable. Yeah. He just goes, well, that is. So this Kitus individual is probably being. Not probably. Is definitely being manipulated by Vecna.
Willingly or not, yes.
Willingly or
Most likely
no.
willingly, given
Yes,
some
but
kind of relic that we
make,
probably don't want.
making. Oh, actually, not to mention of a relic. This scepter may be of more help than just to the forest.
True. True. Something that unites people
Yes.
with everything living. Don't know how that
I don't
works.
think you can unite the undead, though.
Maybe
Oh.
it could put him to rest.
Good. I mean, I'm
Possibilities.
all for helping Braxus's people get back to
Of course.
their deserved area.
And this is.
Please, no deals over that though. Oh, I
No.
can. If anyone needs to make a deal, please don't be the one that's already made a deal.
Yes, please route it through the party first. Let us discuss it as a team.
At the very least, these are my people. I should probably be the first among them to make any deals for them.
You will not be making deals. No one will be making deals like this. Come
I
on.
mean, if it's the Raven Queen, it's definitely not a bad deal.
I mean, the Raven Queen is one thing, but Vig is more focusing on the other one.
I'm not making a deal with that thing. Hell no. That would be in character too. Hell no.
The
Would
Vig
almost
does not
perform
have.
Holdor over that thing. That's a
Well,
no as well.
honestly, above board, I'm starting to wonder if fucking Mulder is also working for Vecna.
Yeah, we don't know because he is gathering people.
Yep, he's gathering an army.
Or he's in his own little part of this war as his own person.
He's an independent nation.
We don't know what the fuck's going on there yet. Lovely.
Third party combatant. Vega does not have many
Thor's
ideas. But I mean, the Vig does not have to be the one to tell us where to go. If anyone else here has different ideas.
You got me and
Those
my
are two.
axe.
It does have
Well-
a lot of ideas. The staff, sorry, the scepter, right? The scepter seems like a decent enough idea to possibly solve both problems.
It is a
We could-
possibility.
Also, go ask Lorum, or well, not more so Lorum itself, but that crazy old lady in the
Crazy
woods.
old woman.
Yeah, she might have more insight. Maybe
It is-
I
The one
you
who
know,
is really cryptic and half of her sentences didn't make sense.
2 truths and a lie,
Sometimes-
lady? Yes.
Sometimes those people are a little bit more wiser than we realize.
This time, though, unlike the crazy ramblings she had, we do have some stories to go off of for the scepter, and they seem to be fairly consistent.
And
Can
if
I
we
give
can
another
get
old man
a-
in the woods ale again on the way?
No.
Don't know if that's a good idea.
If
Aw.
Vig comes across this old man, Vig would like to follow and know where he goes, to be honest. Vig regrets not following him and figuring out where he scurried off to. We could
So
go
I
to Lorem and talk with the old woman.
I thought we weren't welcome there.
That's why we don't go into the village itself. And she
yes,
lives
I
on
do
the
remember at
outskirts.
the crossroads. Oh my god.
Probably wouldn't be too difficult to come in, talk with the old lady, and then leave. Without any
I
of
think
the
if we can-
residents noticing that we were there.
I think if we can try to get
Vig,
that
we're kind
solid-
of hard to miss.
maybe
Well,
you guys.
Bird is good at disappearing.
Even Big thinks that is a good point.
I mean, I don't know
Uh.
about you, but I'm like a big robot man.
Uh,
My
Braxus would
presence
look
is
over at
announced just
Albatross
by
and be like,
walking.
Albatross is good at
Ding.
stealthing, and you can turn into creatures, small ones.
Honestly, Vig just thinks. I mean, primarily, like Vig says, on the outskirts. Not all of us have to go into town.
I don't want to
Above
stay in
board,
this.
who the fuck is actually stealthy here, other than Albatross?
Well,
I don't think
Vig-
anybody.
Vig could be actually extremely stealthy.
I'd say V can literally just be a spider latched onto Albatross
And honest,
not even
well,
have to make
yeah,
rolls.
that's the thing is like honestly, V could probably turn into a spider, talk with Mama Wanma, and she wouldn't even bat an eye.
Oh yeah.
She would just start telling the voices in her head stories. Like,
He is the voice in her head.
yeah, exactly.
My stealth
Yes.
is a +5, but that's it.
I actually don't know what my
Technically,
stealth
that's
is.
Yeah, I get a +7, I believe, in spider form, and then pass without trace combined with advantage.
My
Hell
stealth
yeah.
is the +2 with disadvantage.
I don't know what
God.
was put in the chat, but I will find out later.
Oh fuck!
Nothing.
You
Nothing.
cannot hide.
I can tell you what it is, babe.
It wasn't anything bad. I just deleted it.
You deleted it, but it wasn't
Fine.
bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It just didn't need to sit in chat.
The group's gonna go find Mama Huama.
Yeah.
I suppose we should probably check on that lead before we leave the forest, at least.
No, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Once we leave, we don't know how much
Discord's
time is going
crashing.
to just or gone.
Yeah. Oh, goodbye.
Goodbye.
All I heard was my Discord, and then they were gone. I'm dying.
That can
Remember
help
me
with
as
that.
I was.
Not as I am. A disaster.
Yeah, I think our course of action right now is find a way to kind of sneakily talk with Mama Wanma so we don't get like chased out of Lorem.
Sure.
No one
And
will chase
then-
us out of anywhere.
That is true. Honestly, we are much stronger than we were last at Lorem.
That's
Uh,
considerable, yes.
God help anyone tell Brax he can't stay somewhere.
Oh
Look,
yeah,
I think the
no!
only
We would need
one-
to talk with the fucking innkeeper again. No!
Oh,
We have to talk
Eric.
to the innkeeper. We have to.
Listen, I
Yeah.
was friends with that guy.
Change it objective. Hostile takeover of Lorem. Depose
I mean,
current
it's
leadership.
It's not a hostile takeover.
If
It
we
is
take
just
over Lorem, we can make the tribe stay there and take over.
It's true.
It is, I mean, I do have like
Our evil playthrough begins now.
a +4 in intimidation and proficiency with intimidation.
That's good. Mine's not high. Mine's a +1.
I have a +6 intimidation.
I have a +6 to like one thing. What the fuck?
I have a +6 to quite a few things, but that's because I picked proficiency in literally every single wisdom skill.
That's fair.
Except
you up.
medicine. I throw it up.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
So
R.I.P. if you
yeah,
guys
honestly,
meet Kitus.
we really wouldn't need, I guess, stealth into fucking Lorem. We'd be like, yeah, we're here to talk with a couple people, and then we'll be on our way. The fuck you gonna do
the thing
about
is
it?
that like a lot of the people there, like they know who you are now, so it's not like it would be weird necessarily for you to show up again.
That's
If
gonna
the
be
chieftains
Peter.
have
It's
problem, be
just
like, look, we're
whether
trying to
or
help you with
not
your issue.
It's
yeah.
It's just old girl. God damn it, I forget her name. But she's the only one that fucking hates us. Like
Grimhilda, yes.
Yeah,
She's
hates
the only one.
We're technically helping her dumbass still.
Yeah.
Again, she still technically has not hurt any of you in any way or threatened any of you in any way. So
according to Moldor, the only reason she hasn't is because she can't right now.
well, you should take advantage of that while you can.
It is true
Absolutely.
too. Now the DM has suggested that we shouldn't go to Lorem. She probably has the book now.
Rex has a strong
so
pimp
funny,
hand
you guys
for
all came
anybody in
back.
his
Time
way.
to die.
Time to die. Ah, fuck. We've been had.
Oh no, I'll have to play.
Who could have
another
led you astray?
character.
Exactly. So I got this turtle warlock.
They just get there and immediate cloud kill, and Rex just standing there like, who the fuck gets poisoned anymore?
So I have this Loxodon barbarian.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah, so I guess Lorem and then Plains Mountain?
Into the mountains.
Should we like potentially like report back to fucking the general and be like, hey, so
Kitus?
we're not
Yeah, we
dead?
probably should.
Because we do have the screaming stone that we can communicate with her
Oh
with at any
yeah,
given moment.
we have the phone.
Yeah.
So we don't even have to
We
go
have a
back
lead
there.
on
We can just
something
like
that might help, but will still be a while.
Yeah. We literally have a phone.
And we can use it like once a day, was it?
And send a text. Been like, there's a big ass army, and there's this guy called Vecna. He's bad news.
Called Vecna? He scares me.
He's bad. He's
Who
very
has-
bad.
Who has
So,
the sending pebble?
who's making the phone call?
I don't.
The one that's
does
not
have it?
here.
Someone
Oh no!
No, I
Oh,
took all
that's
her stuff.
right. Oh,
Oh.
that's
Oh, you
right.
took it?
He dropped all her stuff. Ah. Oh.
Albie just hands the phone to someone.
I mean, shouldn't you be the one to do it, Abby? You kind of
Well,
know
I'm
more
the
what's
one
going
doing
on.
it.
I think our resident guard here should be the one to make a report.
Yeah, you work for them.
Yeah, you know that I have no clue about anything involving gods, correct?
Okay.
I see them as bigger targets for an axe.
Please.
Okay.
Okay.
Braxus smash.
I just like the
Smash.
universal. We don't know what to do about that one. That's
Especially
Shove
one,
that.
especially the Vecna one. He doesn't sound like a good guy, so I really want to hit him with an axe a lot
Yes,
until he quits moving.
Yeah, he doesn't sound like a
You
good
won't
guy,
win.
which means I can just be violent towards him.
You will not win. I'm just
I
letting you
never
know.
said I'd
Look,
win.
man, give us 15 more levels,
Okay. Sure, okay.
and we'll kick his ass.
I never said I would win. I just said I was gonna do it.
He's just like, yeah, no, I just want to smack him.
Please don't
Just-
die. That's it's my job literally to make sure you don't die.
I mean-
I feel like we need at least another 5 levels.
How
before we
ironic!
can fight.
It's everybody's job to make sure we don't die.
At this point,
It's also my job
was I
now.
even
Yeah.
alive in the first place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is truly living?
Okay, I'm gonna, I guess, go call
This
the
group does not
general
know.
now.
Everybody devolves into fucking philosophy debates.
I mean, sure, something created me, and
What does it mean to be alive?
I have free thinking, but
We just go into stoner thoughts.
Why
Braxus,
are we alive?
Braxus was gonna zone out and not think because he's been doing too much of that.
Go lay down, buddy. Your brain's
Yeah, you deserve
Taking
it.
Right.
goddamn psychic damage from
Fucking hell.
No, yeah,
from all
he
the
takes the level of
information.
exhaustion just from information.
Fuck.
I mean, I can give you mead.
No.
Good very good. You don't want
It
me?
wasn't doing anything.
Are you
so
alright,
anyway.
Braxus? Good very meat helps. Yes?
It does help.
I guess I'm the designated person that's gonna make the call.
Yeah, you make
You
the
are,
call.
Vig would probably be literally the worst person. Because he would try to talk telepathically at the stone. So, hello. He would. Oh my god, he would literally be an old man trying to operate a phone.
Oh my god.
You're
Oh,
just
no.
How
staring
does
at
this
him.
thing work? Is this on? Can you hear me? You gotta use your words. Click, 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 click.
Oh,
Oh, all right. That's not a good idea.
I was gonna say,
The
speaks
general's
of
like-
bride queen, so they just hear clicks and hisses.
What the fuck happened to this party?
Well, they're dead. Throws it in the trash.
If there was literally the worst person to be on the phone, it's Vig.
I was gonna say, it's pretty much gotta be Albatross or Yuha. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, because everybody
if
else
this
like
pertained more to just like regular things that I could solve with an axe, then yeah, I could make that call. But
troop numbers, things like that.
I don't understand mumbo jumbo when it comes to
Magic.
the divines.
You know it's bad when the burb that wants to make deals with everything is the one that has the best social cues. Huh.
You know,
Oh no,
I've
actually
they
got
learned
a
from a lot of bad decisions.
I've got like a 13 in charisma, but
I got a nice 10. Vig is average.
I have a 12 in that.
Honestly, you know, Vig having 10 charisma at like upper 70s is kind of impressive in its own way.
I got 16.
So yeah,
I have
you're-
17.
You're a
Oh, God.
spokesperson.
There you go. He's better.
Okay, make the call.
The rock.
Someone's gonna tell me what to say because I was
Oh god.
not paying
okay.
attention.
Alright,
I guess I'm
Albatross.
just informing.
I mean,
got
Albatross,
this
we
bird.
choose you.
you could just say Albatross sums it up, and then he repeats it.
Yeah. I mean, no. I mean, Albie would, I guess, be the one at this point. Just going to, I guess, report everything to the general, just to let her know, and then that they're heading towards Lorum, which again is that magical place that she said wasn't real, or she said good luck finding it because she didn't believe it was real. I wasn't aware it's real.
I just take a picture and show it to her. Look, it's real.
It's right
Wait,
there.
what- How do you take a
I
photo?
can't.
broadcast your memories into her mind.
On my dang cell phone with 4 megapixel camera.
On my fantasy
Actually,
iPhone,
2.
It's a
You're giving me too
Nokia
much
brick.
credit.
Oh
my
god.
It's
fantasy
2
Snapchat.
megapixels.
Posting it on Snapchat.
Fantasy Snapchat. TM.
Fantasy Snapchat.
Right.
Oh god, this game does not need any
I
of
just
that.
have her added.
Oh god.
I tell her to look at the snap maps. We're
Bro,
posted
this-
up in Lorem.
Okay, please. We gotta move on. We're gonna get stuck on this.
Okay.
Yeah, so just the conversation would be a lot of
Mhm.
Kitus? Vecna.
Okay.
Oh. Raven? No. Laura.
Hey, who's on the phone with
What?
you?
Aha. And they did what? But they were where?
No.
How far?
Wait, who?
Really?
Scepter?
Scepter?
She's really talking on the phone.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. We're doing good.
You guys, you guys didn't want to make the call. You made me get the call. Now shut up.
Don't
Well, how
forget
do
to
you
tell
know
her about my
Braxus
thing.
Braxus is
He
spacing
hasn't
out.
said
He's not
anything.
there.
And Braxus is unconscious over there.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna set a mug of mead by Braxus just for whenever you're feeling better.
And Albie would actually even ask if the kingdom's still good. After everything, making sure everything's Gucci.
Yeah, they haven't had any instances since you guys have been gone, so the town is slightly less on edge, but keeping the extra guardage up has been helping and easing everyone's mind a little bit. But nothing has happened. No tragedies have struck since you've left.
Good. Cool. All right. We will message again if anything changes.
Absolutely. Thank you for the update.
Thank you.
But
Bye. Bye. You bye.
Okay, bye.
uh,
How am I supposed to get paid for my guard job all the way out here?
you didn't set up direct deposit before you left?
Fantasy direct
just random bits of gold appear in his fucking pouch.
and I guess I'll hold on to the stone until further
Yeah,
notice.
just put it in your pocket.
Boop. In the pocket. No, I'm joking.
I mean, burbs
That's
do
where
like
Grin
like
went.
they do like to collect like
That's
shiny
where Grin
things and
used
like
to go.
special
No.
like stones and smooth stones, right?
You're used to having a slight bit of
This
weight
is-
in that pocket.
This is some One Ring shit now. It's just you can't take it from me. It's my shiny.
Oh my god. It is a rather smooth stone, like a smooth river stone.
But is it shiny? That's the thing.
Smooth and silky.
I mean,
Well, it's
it
active.
wasn't my initial plan to make it like that, but sure, you can make it like some
doesn't-
form
No,
of jasper.
I'm
Oh, no, it's
asking
shiny.
you personally. Is it
No, it's-
shiny?
Again, that's why I'm saying it wasn't my intention, but it could be. I didn't go over the intricacies of the stones,
Which is why
but
I'm asking you, because I'm not.
yes, sure. For the
Yes.
sake of now, it is
Yes.
now jasper, and it is very pretty.
It's shiny rock.
I was just saying, if it's not, then Albie's not gonna like.
Nope, it's a shiny rock
go
now.
into
Actually, I'm sorry,
Congratulations!
not a
It's now a shiny
now.
rock.
It's
Not a
always
shiny
been a
rock.
shiny
It
rock.
was
Albie
always a
is now up
shiny
there like,
rock.
this is my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for.
I've got a lot of shinies. I had a lot of shinies. I traded the shinies for a church.
Well, now you
God
have
Wow.
another
fucking
one.
Christ.
That's just not religion anyway. I traded
Exactly.
You
shiny
have
for a
another one now.
church.
You can't have my golden cock statue.
Damn.
Oh, I don't want it. It's okay.
Oh, I thought they were gonna be genuinely upset about that. Oh, damn.
And yeah, I mean, is it nighttime? Is it nighttime?
Yes.
It is. Cool.
Just would take a moment to talk to Albatross when they're alone and be like, how does one talk to gods? Because I would like to figure out what the fuck is going on, and they seem to know more than I do. More than all of us do.
I mean, you can try to always summon a god, they're kind of not easy
I
to
don't
get a
want to
hold of.
summon. I just want to talk
Yep.
to.
Well, no, that's that's what I mean. They choose whether or not they want to talk to you. It's not really your choice. You can try to get their attention, but
It's just like a prayers before sleep situation.
I'll let you know I haven't ever prayed before I slept.
Okay. Well, I guess I shall send thoughts their way as if I'm trying to speak to V.
You could always try offerings too. Sometimes some patrons like offerings.
The most deadpan as he looks at himself with nothing. Like, got it.
Sick.
Sick. Nice.
Pretty red rock.
Nice, dude.
It's a pretty rock.
I'm screaming.
Pretty red rock.
So like we're gonna die. Does anybody know how to get home or
See, Braxus will offer a prayer, not to any of the gods mentioned, to the Wild Mother.
correct?
He wants to talk to a god he trusts a little
Yeah,
more.
an actually good god, not a neutral god, not an evil god.
Good God, please.
Actually, Melora is also neutral, but it's still probably on the upper end of neutral.
It do. I I want to do something, but I
God
don't
damn
know.
it.
Do it.
I
Oh no, do it.
oh no, do it. No, no. I just want to make sure with Braxus's things, though. I don't know if it was gonna be like an after thing or if he needs to roll something to see if she'll show up. Shimmy, shimmy.
Do it.
Okay, I'll pull up.
Do
Let's
it.
say, is that are we done? It's like we're resting and then going in the morning or something.
I think that's probably the plan, yeah.
Yeah, that's typically what I was gonna
Yeah.
have us plan, just because of
Do I need to
time
make
check
a
and everything.
roll to talk to God?
Yes.
May I talk to God, please?
What kind of roll do I make to talk to
You
God?
would have to make a religious roll
Okie doke.
to see
whole
if
list of
your
rolls.
words ascend with a response. Because all words are
V
always
gives
heard.
you guidance. V gives you guidance because he is a druid.
Okay. That's a D4.
Yeah.
Do I actually
Yep.
get the guidance on this?
Sure.
Okay.
That was the response of even if you got a 4, it ain't gonna do shit.
Oh, it was a 13.
Damn it, Waffles.
You think it'd be a low AC if I'm talking to a god that our people
I know what that response
followed?
means because I use that response. I'm like, sure, why not? Because we all know it ain't gonna do shit.
It's not enough. What? Going back to my joke but not joke, the gods are always listening. Message received. You didn't quite, yeah, you didn't quite get an answer back.
Well, I kind of expected this.
Yeah.
Ah, you gods are all the same.
You got your
more
eyes
along the
in.
lines of we've never tried to talk to them before, so like fair.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it got there. It got there.
You think they pay a bit more attention to the people that, while
Could I
not frequently talking to
offer
them, still follow?
kind of a help though. I meant to ask that.
In what fashion?
I don't know. Just
But also, would you know anything about the Wild Mother?
I mean, I can roll religion. That's as good as I'm gonna get.
But I mean, like, even in character, would Albatross know anything about the Wild Mother?
I would.
Do you speak Marquesian?
No.
Well, none of these things are helping you.
I'm gonna say, as somebody who dealt with necromancy, you think you know the few gods that are kind of the opposite of that, as a just in case. And Wild Mother isn't as opposed to it necessarily as fucking the Raven Queen is, but she's definitely opposed to it as a god over nature.
Yeah, because I mean, I seen that it's the wilderness and seas. I could make an excuse, um, as to maybe why.
Oh, yeah, that'd be funny. I think this excuse.
The really,
We're reaching here. We're reaching.
Hey, we're
big
reaching. That's what it
reach.
is. It's not. It is a big. It's a very big reach.
Braxus has
But
very long arms. Okay.
Just because we all damn near died on a big boat at one time, I don't know if that counts.
oh no, I was gonna say in regards to
Mouses.
Donar and
Oh,
Mouse. Yeah, that would be my reach.
That's also another really big reach.
That's why I said it was a reach.
Hey man, it's fine if we don't. It's just something I can try every night. Like while we're doing shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no, because unless there is a specific portion of Donar's background where the Wild Mother was an impressionable person in his life, enough for him to want to share even the mention of her name to you, yeah, I'm just gonna say no.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But since
that's fair.
from what I know about Donar and the fact that it has
This
not
would be
been
something
mentioned, but
for Braxus to do now.
yeah, no,
while
I
he's
understand.
no-braining.
What is it 100% that you're trying to ask about?
Honestly, at this point, just communication and what the fuck if they know of anything that's going on down here. Because since
Right.
this other god seems very opposed to their side, it makes sense that they'd keep eyes on this other god's movements
Sure.
as much as they can. And
Okay.
these just seem to be pretty big moves from the other god here. So
It's just I want to talk. Full stop. Yes.
yeah, at the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe
No.
if we
Yeah.
have another level up in the future, it'll be more than that. But right now, it's I want to talk.
Okay. Yeah. For sure. And where is it that you guys are? Oh, you guys are gonna go head back to Mama Wanma in the morning, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And that is actually where we will pick up then. Next
Can I
week.
do one? Can I do one thing?
Maybe.
Maybe. May I?
Maybe.
Do we have a campfire going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, I
are
think
you
I'm
about to
gonna. I think my statement, my answer is gonna be pretty loud and clear. uh, Albatross would take the holy symbol out from their pouch and kind of throw it into the fire.
I'm so proud of you, bird.
Fuck you!
Fuck yeah! Fuck Vecna!
Hell yeah.
We're probably gonna die, but fuck Vecna!
Braxton
I
just
can only
pat
hope that
Albatross's
the
head.
patron I have made a
So
deal
proud of
with
you.
doesn't want me dead automatically and chooses to make sure that doesn't happen.
Okay, so now that you've made your decision in game, did you want to know above board what he was going to offer to give you?
Yeah.
Yes. Find out.
Yeah.
Find out what it was.
So, what he was going to offer you was saved in my notes. The Tome of Shared Secrets.
lore.
This book, made of strange leather, is an illustrated bestiary penned by Vecna during his travels with the ability to impart knowledge of dark and evil creatures. It would give you advantage on intelligence of nature checks, religion checks, or history checks, all related to evil beasts and beings. Once per day, the owner can use the book to cast Charm Monster using their own spell save DC, and as an action, the owner can ask the book for information on a kind of creature's weaknesses. The owner takes a number of d6s worth of force damage, which cannot be reduced in any way equal to the creature's challenge rating. In exchange, the book shares with the owner a secret about the creature's weakness, per obviously my discretion. But could have been really helpful, really useful, but also Vecna.
Yeah.
So, but that would have been what he would have given you.
It's pretty neat. But
Spooky,
also
scary book of
Vecna.
beast.
But also Vecna.
But also Vecna.
Also Vecna.
Vecna's bad, okay.
I guess I'm really interested in what it is that you guys are going to have to ask to Mama Wanma.
Well, the scepter will be one of the first things.
True.
Like, I think that's the primary goal, and then whatever crazy rambling she's got.
That's
packaged
fair. She do
with
be
that.
doing that.
I'm sure we'll get the old lady story of how we all look thin whenever we get back.
Oh my god, how did you know? Come over and like pinch Brax's metal cheek.
Yeah, I was about to say convinces specifically Brax. Have you lost weight? Wait a minute. That's not how robots work. Robots don't work like that.
Have you been eating right? I don't eat.
Here, take some more cookies. I've got pie.
Take some more cookies as she just smears them on my fucking face. I
Just
can't actually, I don't have a mouth.
full on
it just
smacks.
crumbles.
I have no
It's
mouth, but
mad
I must
cake.
scream.
Meanwhile, Braxis is just watching all the cookies go to waste while like a single tear rolls down his cheek.
The damn cookies.
Well, I'll state, you've noticed Braxus has been a lot more serious since being here. Less fucking around, because he doesn't have room to find out right now.
You sure, buddy? You don't want to find out?
No, he's found out way too much recently.
He's on information overload.
We'll get your home back, buddy. We promise.
You know, home is great. It's wherever my people are, mostly, kind of thing.
We'll
I
get their
just
home
wish
back,
home
buddy.
was not in this forest, is the main deal.
We just need to figure out how to beat one of Vecna's little soldiers now. One of maybe many.
I vote for hitting him with an axe until he quits moving.
Yeah.
V can turn into a bear and maul him while I beat him with an axe.
Yeah.
We can drag it into Moonbeam again.
Yeah.
And beat him with an axe while in the moonbeam.
All of these are good.
Brute force, brute force.
Braxus can even stab him with a spear from outside the moonbeam.
I do less damage with spear, but sure.
I mean, range
Braxus is
pokey
the
stick is
definition of
sometimes
catch
better
these
than close
hands.
pokey stick.
Yeah. He does the most damage while beating the shit out of things. Crazy.
Almost like.
Yep, that's gonna be fun. We need to kill
I
some
have-
things. We need to level up before we enter any of these fights.
Right? I really want to get level 6 because then I can do CR2 monsters.
I have the power of unbridled rage.
I just want to have more health and more things that I can throw at them. Okay, sorry. So I can throw my fists harder at them.
I was gonna say.
I want to be able to negotiate being able to turn into a giant snake.
I mean, I
Fair.
have 2 actions per turn now, so I'm good. I have 2 attacks now. I'm happy.
That must
Yeah,
be nice.
five is one of the major breakpoints.
Oh, for sure.
It allows me to abuse
I think it's
things
usually
more.
8 after that. That's usually another good justification.
Circle of the Moon Druid is a little weird because their breakpoints are kind of all over the place. It seems like the next major breakpoint after 6, I think it's like 10. Because 10 I can turn
God
into
damn.
elementals.
Do we get XP because we fought a mental battle trying to stay alive during all this information overload?
Quite.
We keep fucking negotiating for levels, man. We're gonna be level 20 by the end of this year. Like,
I have a
Yeah.
feeling he'll somehow make us need it.
Hey.
He's like, level 20, huh? Alright, you negotiated it.
Alright,
Here's a
cool.
false Hydra. Have fun.
have fun fighting 3 gods now.
Listen. I
Y'all
think
now have to face a false Hydra and a god.
I will
Good
say
luck
that
remembering.
technically, if you can figure out the everything in the middle of bad, right? And you figure out a way to defeat it, technically that it is the end of the campaign. However, there's a lot of shit outside of it, and you all have a much larger chance at quote unquote finishing the campaign, because I'm sure that everyone will not want to stop there. At surviving at least to that technical part of the end of the campaign than the other crew. Anu, they're probably all gonna die in the end, but it will be glorious. I have
Don't laugh.
strictly told everybody that it is an extreme honor and a blessing, truthfully, to make it that far to the end game, because that end game is massive and it will be fantastic. But
give something else trauma too.
oh, everyone's gonna get their trauma before you get there. All right, I want to emotionally break all of you so you can all go perish in a big fire together as
But
friends and
I
family.
like having the DuckTales theme song in my head the whole time.
I don't know if I'm gonna give you as much brain mush that Braxus just went through, but you will have considerable sadness, and distraught and fear.
No, that's my
are
happy
you gonna
character.
Kill Seamus.
Now,
No, don't break me.
if anybody survives in Anu, I will be very
Folios seems
impressed.
very attached to Seamus. Kill him. Ooh, kill him.
Well, you'll
A
hurt
little bit of
me.
murder never hurt nobody.
Yeah, the two of the campaigns are very chaotic, but in two very different ways. In Anu, it's literally so chaotic you can't keep up with what's going on. In this one, there's so much mental processing that you have to go through, and a lot of NPCs to remember. Except for you guys are actually able to keep your relationships with your NPCs. Anu moves so fast that there is there is none. Next to none. Some of them, but that's also because I pull a lot of people from everyone's backstories. So somebody at least always has a relationship with an individual. But yeah, they're constantly moving. So it is just one thing after the next, and it's just like a never-ending fire that is slowly burning. Which is really amusing to watch. But yeah, I don't know. You guys might implode over there. Over here, it's like y'all fighting
You say
different
amusing.
demons. A little amusing.
My father died. What's amusing?
Broken line.
I said your
Bruh.
interpersonal relationships is amusing. I didn't say other parts.
I
He
knew
met
that
his
first
father,
part.
and he died in the same day. The same day.
So at least you met your father.
Everyone
Yeah.
Brax ever knew is dead.
Yeah. Don't worry, buddy.
The GGs.
It'll somehow come
At
back
least you
around.
met your dad. Yeah. He got that hope of having family, then ripped away immediately.
Again,
Closest thing I
at
have
least
is
you
my
got to
meat
meet a
barrel.
dad.
We have a
Um,
dad in the party. What do you mean?
Berlioz can never meet their dad.
That's a GG.
Neither can Seamus, as far as I know. I'm not gonna say for sure because he might fuck with me there, but
I'm not going to confirm that, but I'm also not going to.
I mean, can we
Say
count
that it's a
Vig as like the party dad for this party?
Oh, I thought we all just like
Oh yeah, no,
unspokenly
exactly.
agreed to
adopted
that.
Dead.
adopted 2 problem children already. Yes, he's the dad.
I say
Two
Vig
problem
is like
children?
just the party father of this party.
That's
He's
me.
I'll
I'm
have
his
one of
position.
the problem children.
There are problems and there are problems, and those are the problem children. Okay.
Then there's the murder robot who doesn't know he's a murder robot.
Look, it's okay as long
I don't know how you haven't
as
figured that out, Mister. I like to swing my axe at things.
Because all he thinks is that it's just from moving heavy meat barrels all day. He don't know no better.
Moving heavy meat barrels makes me like to get violent. Huh?
Fucking went AFK for just a second, but I was still on headset. Yeah, no, I did not pick this position, but I am in this position.
Yep.
It just happened to be this way.
Listen, do you think Vrax actually like has the cognitive ability to just sit down and self-reflect upon himself? Like, why do I want to kill things? No, he's just like, this is how it be.
Well, that's the thing. Even for Vig, it's kind of the same thing. Like, more like in the way of like the enclave that he came from. Like the way that it operates is fucking survival of the fittest. So
Yeah, there's not a whole lot
I
of.
mean, yeah.
like things
Braxus
die.
kind of the
That's
same.
normal.
Braxus kind of the same.
Yeah, it's like that's normal. But yeah, no, fucking yeah, did not expect to have to. I did not come into this session today expecting to have to convince a young druid to not have a mental breakdown and turn in on themselves.
Yeah,
I was
Madala
like, oh,
just.
that's great. Mom and
has
Dad
a-
will be back, right? I'm like,
Oh God.
Jesus
About
Christ.
that.
My sweet summer child.
No, they're
That's
dead.
why Vig went the other way. He's like, no, they probably aren't.
Just be real, yeah. That's for the best.
It's you and me against the world right now, Madala. We can't be having delusions.
That's a good point. Keep your head on straight.
one says
It's for the
Delulu.
Just
best.
walk over, put your hand on her shoulder. Your
No
whole family's
Delulu
dead.
here. No Delulu here.
Although you go in that forest, that's the whole land of Delulu. What you mean?
Oh, yeah.
No one knows what the fuck going
I
on in
hope you're
there.
ready to fight your inner demons when you're in the forest.
I nominate
Pretty
you
much.
change the name of the forest to the Forest of Delulu.
The Delulu forest. Hell yeah. This is goddamn.
It's canon now. The Delulu forest. You know, that definitely took me by surprise. Just fucking. I was like, oh yeah, no. Why are you packing? Also, stop being goddamn weird.
Why are you fucking weird, dude?
Why are you so fucking weird? Like,
Why are you
come on.
so fucking weird, bro?
like,
Why do you want to come with us and potentially die doing the crazy shit we do?
I'm just glad that.
Oh?
I'm just glad that somebody in that conversation realized that I was accidentally about to probably indirectly get Madala killed. Because the way the conversation was going initially was me encouraging Madala to leave.
leave
She's
and
just
go
like, hey, can I
fucking
come
fuck
with you
around
guys?
and
It's like,
find
no,
out.
no.
Yeah, and then as the
No.
conversation went, I'm like, okay, good. We're going back to helping the leonin, and okay, cool, because now I won't have to stumble across her corpse later on down the line.
So I can go with you guys, right?
No.
No.
While we would love to have you,
But I
Above
thought you
board.
said
What is her level?
well, she could turn into a fucking bird, which means
Yeah.
she's at least level 8.
I was like,
I believe
isn't she more
I
equipped than we are to fight?
Well, that's the funny thing, right? Is she's probably more equipped, but V could probably take her to fight.
it's not
Yeah,
she's not
yeah.
equipped in the way that you think that she is. So I have made
Yeah.
her level 10. But
yeah.
the part that you don't know is that she is yes, level 8 in druid. But she's also
Yeah.
has 2 levels into cleric. So
Whoa.
yeah.
Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Have you heard of
I-
our Lord and Savior
the-
Jesus Christ? Would you
the
like
amount-
to join my church?
The amount of times I've debated multiclassing, but you just you delay so much.
LMAO, I play with 3 different classes.
Yeah,
under my
well, okay. Well, the thing is, like, you lose way too much.
Yeah.
Multiclassing out of the Circle of the Moon.
Especially
Yeah,
with
like-
because of like the progress between 6 and level 10, like it is exponential.
I've noticed
Yeah,
that with
like-
some classes, later down the line, you don't have as much great shit waiting for you, so you can multi-class. But others, it's like you have to stay in that.
Well, like
You
at level
have to, like,
20,
commit
for
it.
example, I become effectively immortal, and I can wild shape infinitely.
Multi-classing as a paladin is a bad time.
Something about being able to do sneak attack with ranged spells is just really funny.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah,
that's a
no, like
thing.
I get like at level 6, my attacks in beast form start to count as magical. I can also turn into starting at 6th level, you can transform into a beast with a challenge rating as high as your druid level divided by 3 rounded down, so CR2.
I'm gonna stop fucking making me do math to tell me which CR it was.
Oh yeah.
But that means
and
that's gonna get
then-
scary quick if you stay in that path.
Exactly. Like at level 10, I can turn into an air elemental, an earth elemental, a fire elemental, or a water elemental.
At
And
level,
that is substantial.
Jesus Christ, I
yeah.
get something for every level up until 20. Like something different. Like next level, I get Aspect of the Beast, which lets me gain a magical benefit based on my totem animal of choice.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, wow.
At
This
7,
really
I
is
get
like
Feral Instinct that lets me have advantage on initiative rolls.
yeah. I
8
literally
is a feat.
at fucking 6th level, I get my improvement to my circle. 7th level, I literally get nothing. Oh well, I unlock 4th level spells, so that's cool.
There's not a
Mother of
single
God.
level I don't get something for.
Yeah, no. Level 8, fucking I get wild shape improvement and obviously the ability to score improvement. Level 9, nothing. I could do 5th level spells now though. And then level 10 is my next druid circle feature.
At 9, 13, and 17, I get Brutal Critical, which lets me add an additional dice roll for my weapon damage for a crit attack.
Hey.
So at level
That's
3, I'll be rolling 4 dice on a crit.
nice.
Oh yeah, at level 18, I can cast druid spells in wild shape.
Level
As
17,
a-
I get Revivify.
Oh, and at level 11, I get Relentless Rage, which makes me too angry to die. So if I hit zero hit points and I make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw, I drop to 1 hit point and continue to beat the shit out of things infinitely. As long as I can make that.
DC 10.
That's terrifying.
At 6th level, I can undo a crit hit
Oh, nice.
as a grave cleric, and then at 6th level, as a shadow sorcerer, I get a hellhound.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I get Indomitable Might later, which makes me unable to fail a strength check.
Oh.
And then I also
That's
get Primal
crazy.
Champion at level 20 that lets me embody the spirit of the power of the wilds, and my strength and constitution increase by 4 and now cap out at 24 each.
Hound of Third Omen.
It makes me fucking roided, apparently. I'll go up to fucking 20 strength right off the damn rip as soon as I hit level 20.
Yeah, damn.
And I'll have like, let's see, I got 18 already for con, so I would have like 22 con.
Yeah,
I
now that
think
I
at
think
level
about it,
20 I could take Vecna.
at level 20, most people could probably take that.
And yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight here on the Talking Plane. Feel free to join us back again tomorrow for the Honor Trading Company at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can always find the Kingdom of Kitus campaign every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursdays and Fridays at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, we are streaming and we will be live. So feel free to join in, tell your friends, subscribe, follow us for more. Y'all have a good night.